I'm MC Toon and it's Tuesday night, the best night of the week. I've got a debate tonight with the people watching. I just got an email from him. He's still driving, so it's currently the people driving. But he's on his way. He'll be here shortly, he says. So I got a couple things to cover. First of all, I would like to thank Industrial Nerd for this little thing here. This is a temperature-o-meter. And it's also a humidity-o-meter or ometer, if you prefer, depending on how you prefer your pronunciation, or pronunciation, depending on, again, on how you prefer the words that I just said. So this, he sent me this. This is a NIST traceable thermometer, and it's very cool. I'll turn it on here. I'll tell you. We'll know the temperature in this room here. So there it is. It's booting up. I think it's running Windows CE. But there you go. The current temperature, 25 degrees Celsius. And I don't know what that means. I have no clue what 25 means. But there's this little switch on the back, so I can switch it to freedom units. So let me switch it to freedom units. There it is, 78. Ooh, it's hot. It's hot in here. It is. I have a heater right down there. So that's a bit warm, but it's 35% relative humidity according to the humidityometer. So there it is. Thank you for that. I will be measuring a few things. Specifically, I want to get the vertical temperature gradient over a couple different lakes that are frozen, because Flurfs, none of them typically have ever stood on a frozen lake, don't have any clue that when you're standing on the lake, your upper body can be warm and toasty and sweating, and your feet are dying of cold. So anyway, so there's that. How many NASA chips are in it? And then I know I mentioned this before. I got this note in the mail from Scruffy71, and it included the Tab van. No doubt on the inside, it has shag carpet. And for those of you in the UK, yes, I did say shag. And the reason why it has shag carpet inside is so that you can go inside and then you can shag. There you go. And then he also said this here, the Tab delivery van, because all Tab was definitely delivered in this here. It wasn't shipped on regular stuff, just that. And of course the driver was only allowed to drink Tab. And then the Tab, like race car kind of thing there. I'm not sure what, it doesn't say what model car it is, but it kind of looks like a Pontiac Superbird or something like that, but it didn't have the big fin in the back. So anyway, I will put them up on the shelf, probably right here at least, to for a bit. So thank you very much, Scruffy71, for that. I also got a Timbo Turtle thinks I'm naughty. Yes, it does look like it could be a Charger, a Dodge Charger as well. So I also got, it's down there. You can't, oh, there it is. You can, just a little bit right there. This thing here, that's the Rob Skiba lye maker that they sell. So before Rob Skiba died of the disease that he wasn't sure existed, I don't know how that happens, but before he died of that, he created this thing where he lied about how refraction works in the atmosphere, and he sells it for $40 a piece. So I coined up, I coughed up 40 simoleons to buy that, and I have already tested it and got a recording of using it the correct way and the incorrect way, the way that he says to do it. So I'm going to be doing a video exposing the lies of Rob Skiba, who is lying from his grave. That's right. But his widow, Sheila, is cashing in on his lies. I doubt that they're really making a lot of money on that, but They are happy to sell his lies still. Kind of disgusting. Yes, what a wholesome legacy, says KMC. Yes, while he was alive, he invented a lie. Then he died, and they keep selling his lie. So, yes, it's a Fresnel lens, and the thing is, the video that Skiba talks about, where he has on it, like it comes with a jump drive. And this jump drive says Flat Earth on it, on the sticker there, which has a bunch of videos, like from Mark Sargent and stuff. So Timbo Turtle says Shaggin' Wagon not only describes the carpet. Anyway, so yeah, he in the video that he did, he shows the demonstration that they had on TV. And in the demonstration on TV, they used a Fresnel lens, but the top portion of it. And he sets this up and they use the bottom portion of it. There it is. He could have used the same portion. He could have looked up the background information on how refraction actually happens in the atmosphere, but no, he had no interest in that. He was intent on using the anti-scientific method, which is to definitely only allow things. You search for things that support your pre-selected conclusion. And that's what he did. Many Karen, I did not want to hear about that. Did not. So, okay, and I have. Oh, this is exciting. I recorded a video for Simon Dan. It's going out on his channel on Friday. Super excited about it. I put some good effort into it to get it concise, because his videos are a little shorter. I tried to get it about, his are like 10 to 12 minutes is kind of his sweet spot. So I tried to get it right in there. And it's on everybody's favorite interesting flurf. And oh, is he going to love it? He's totally going to love it. If you've been on my Discord server, you've had a chance for a little sneak preview. So if you haven't been on my Discord server, you could jump on there and scroll up. Also on my Discord server, one of the few benefits of being on my Discord server is if I do anything, sometimes I'll just put pictures there or mention things. So like on a night this weekend, I put a whole bunch of stuff on there, kind of a play-by-play of what was going on. So that I don't know. Hey, if you're interested in a little look behind the scenes, my Discord server, sometimes I do that. So Dave Kircher, I hope I get that right. I want to put an N in there, like Kirschner, but it's Kircher, I think, for $10 says, thank Titicaca, it's Tuesday. Speaking of Lake Titicaca. All right, Judy, could you create a link to my Discord? You don't, aren't you on my Discord? All right, I'll do it. Thank you for that, Dave. That remind me, I have to talk of Lake Titicaca. I have a thought that I was wanting to do. I was working on. So, all right. Not sure says it's actually Wednesday. You guys are in the past. He or she must be in some part of the world that has time zones. All right, what am I doing here? Come on. There it is. Invite people. So I will see the problem is with, that's not it. The problem with Discord is that these, copy. All right. It says this. Here's a 7-day. I'm not even going to try to make an unexpiring one because the unexpiring Discord links expire. I don't know why. So there it is. I put it in. Yeah. Manobrat set did too. I pinned mine. So there you go. Thank you for that, Manobrat set. Okay, Lake Titicaca. So I was thinking, people, I don't know who came up with it first, but people have been saying living the Titicaca life. So I thought maybe you could get like a graffiti style like advertisement to come tour to like a 70s tourist version or 80s tourist version to go to tour Lake Titicaca that just says Titicaca life and but it's in the thug life style. You got the thug life glasses, and I don't know if anybody's feeling artistic, wants to create a something. It could be on a shirt. Some Titicaca life thing that could go on a shirt would be pretty cool. So, yes, Charlie Welch. I can draw quite well. There's a shirt there somewhere. There is. So anyway, if you make a shirt, anybody, I will send you for free. I'll send you that shirt. So there you go. And Industrial Nerd is feeling very autistic. There it is. If you're a fan of the IT crowd, you'll know that Roy's girlfriend thought that he was very artistic, but it was autistic. So, all right. Charlie has dibs. There you go. Charlie has ditch. So, who's watching the people watching the people watching the people watching the people watching so far? I think the only people watching the people watching are, oh, he's popped in. He's on his way even. So let's see here. All right. He doesn't have audio going yet. So people watching. The people. I don't know what that means. Now he wanted to be called King David, which of course I'm going to have to see his certificate of nobility to be called that. But anyway, there it is. All right. So as soon as he's ready, he can. But he's working on his video and audio. He said he pre-installed Zoom, which I always tell people, install Zoom ahead of time. And a lot of people have never used it before, so I get that. It's a little. The learning curve, fortunately for Zoom, is pretty easy. You basically install it and then you tell it, yes, you can use my microphone and camera. So there it is. Yeah, we already did have a King David, in fact. And so I don't know, we're full up on King Davids. So now, if you were watching closely, you may have noticed that I announced a stream after this one that is live editing the Flurf Wiki. So I'm going to edit the Flurf Wiki live if anybody else would like to pop in to join me as we discuss it. That will be a disappearing stream, but I'll maybe re-upload it, or not re-upload it, like republic it in a couple days, because this particular one, which we're waiting for the people watching to join, he's still not in. But this particular one is the one that I want YouTube to promote, not the Flurf Wiki. YouTube will promote your most recently uploaded thing more heavily than other stuff. So editing the Flurf Wiki will be fun, but it won't be the one that I want YouTube to advertise to people. So anyway, I don't know what's going on with the people watching. It's potentially Flurf tech issues. We're all too familiar with that. So we got Matt Klein says, I was thinking about starting a YouTube channel till I called in on FTFE versus Bro Sanchez show the other day and heard just how country I sound. I was the last caller. Matt Klein, there probably is a booming market for flat earth debunkers in, rural Kentucky and Arkansas. So, yeah. I don't know. Do it. Just do it, man. Just make a video, upload it, and see what happens. Your first one will be crap, and in 2 years you might say, "What was I thinking?" and privatize it so nobody can see it. Okay, what is going on? He's in the call, but his video is off and he doesn't have his audio connected at all. So I haven't, and I'm looking at the email. It's right there. Nothing. No email from him yet either, saying I can't figure it out. So this guy, the people watching was, if you were here for the previous one, I had Dave McKeegan in his video on Nathan Oakley. The people watching was one of the people in there talking smack about it. And he actually threw down a debate challenge. I'm ready. Anybody take me? I'm ready. Okay, will anybody take me? I'm like, okay. So that's that. Is there a countdown for Gary Wabengi? I haven't seen Gary in here yet. The Gary bot. Oh. Kentucky Jack. Why bring Kentucky into this? Doesn't matter what rural state you reference. There's likely to be somebody from that state that can figure out technology enough to be offended. Callie Smith says, come to Lake Titicaca, where the sky is so clear, you can see Uranus. Very nice. Very nice. Don't say his name. I only said it once. No, I said it oh yeah, just once. Just once. So I think so. Okay, let's see. I'm almost ready. Give me a second. All is good, he says. Okay. Mango Tea emails, I'm a flat earther. Can be a substitute for the flat earther who cannot make it. Thanks. Flat earther Bob. Look, Mango Tea. Look, Mango Tea. If you're gonna try to come in as a different flurf, you need to use a different email address. You can't be Flat Earther Bob and Mango Tea. But Mango Tea, you're welcome to come in during the live editing of the Flurf Wiki if that's time suits you well. So, all right, and then the people watching says, I don't think there's any tech issues. Sloppy something issue. My roommate needed some assistance. All right, so his roommate needs some assistance. So I don't know, his roommate, mom, I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, Minnie Karen says Lake Titicaca. I like the other version. If you're going to modify one of them, get rid of the caca part. Jiffy Cones wonders, does Uranus have large rings? It depends how spicy the Buffalo Wild Wings were last night. If they were blazing, then yes. If they were just, Thai curry, then no. So there it is. Oh, Technology Rocks says, question, how does NASA organize a party? Answer, they plan it. And Many Karen, aim on you. Only about half of what Many Karen types can I read. Even though they're double entendres, they're still not allowed. There it is. Technology Rock says, I'll see myself out. All right. All right. I don't know. I've kind of gone through all my jokes. I mean, I can start recycling jokes. All right. Industrial Nerd. Have you ever noticed that when geese are flying in a V, one side's longer than the other? And then I'll wait for your answer. See, this it's not quite interactive enough. Charlie Castillo 2 says, what is Saturn's favorite movie? Lord of the Rings. See, that's a dad joke. Even I have a hard time with that one. Industrial. Where is industrial nerd? You're supposed to answer. He's a little pokey here. Okay. Oh, Martin H spelled out somebody's name. Somebody's name who shall not be said. Oh, industrial nerd is thinking. You know what? I should just have the live chat up here. So hold on. That's not it. That's not it. I don't really have, I don't have a me with live chat. So tell you what, I'll do this one. This will be amazing. Video capture. And then I do live chat. There it is. And then I pick the live chat. That's you guys. So the people watching can be seen by the people watching. There it is. I'll just put it right over here. Ready? There it is. Look at that. So industrial nerd, we don't have geese near where I live. Yes, you do. What are you talking about? Anyway, the reason why why the one side is longer than the other is because there's more geese in that side. Let's see. All right. Well, Stephen York I need to adjust that. Stephen York for $7.99 says, rearrange the syllables in your favorite lake name, and you too can indulge in caca likitata. Cake likitata. That works. That worked, Stephen York. For that, you win the internet today. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right, let me go there. All right, I had to fix it. There it is. Okay, and then M2M. I love M2M. The casual Spacheckum. Casual spaceman says, just heard Witsit say on Discord that NASA claims they discovered a planet 900 billion light years away. The furthest discovered exoplanet is about 13,000 light years away. He makes it up as he goes along. Indeed, he does. It's just, yeah, he doesn't. Think about this. Nobody ever calls him on the crap he says, except for us, right? All of the people that send that like him and support him and pay for his lifestyle, they will never check him. Never check him. They'll never say, wait a second, that didn't seem right. They'll never do what I did to Simon Dan, Professor Dave, and all the other Globers that say that when they talk about 8 inches per mile squared, why it's wrong, they talk about it being a parabola. That's not the problem. I called out people on this. The reason why 8 inches per mile squared is wrong is because it does not include the observer height, nor does it include refraction. And it's not super easy to include refraction. You need to replace the 8 with a different number based on the lapse rate, which nobody ever measures, so you can guess at it. So you might replace it with 6.9. 6.9. If you want to have a K value of plus 0.167, which is a bit low for most usage. That's the one that Gauss measured from a high point, like mountaintop to mountaintop or peak to peak or some high elevation across an area. I can't read his paper. It's written in German, but if anybody could find the English translation of like Gauss's findings on that, I would love to read it. Send it to me. I haven't looked. It's maybe not even hard to find. So that's kind of the lowest coefficient of refraction to ever use is 0.167. More likely you'd want to use 0.333, so the 6.9 miles or inches per mile actually goes down to 6 inches per mile squared. That's the amount of visible dip from horizontal that you'd get if you're using the estimation, which is just fine for up to 1,000 miles. Anyway, Flat earthers don't call each other out on that except to argue about things, right? So they have their different camps. So if you look at Oakley, says, all right. He says, all right, I hear you. You're struggling. Give me 7.4 minutes. He sent that 4 minutes ago. So 3.4 minutes from now. You have the different camps. You have Oakley and Globebusters arguing about relative density disequilibrium versus incoherent dielectric acceleration. They're both wrong. Neither of them can even come close. So it's a different way that they just insult each other. They don't understand anything. I call out somebody, they're like, oh, okay, there it is. So, all right, the people watching has mentioned, all right, let's get connected. Dude, I sent you the link. All you got to do is turn on your microphone, turn on your camera, get it connected there. Ask to start video. There it is. I sent you the request to start video. Yes, and as far as I know, Oakley and Bev are still fighting. I mean, it's good. It's part of the comedy of Flat Earth to watch them argue like that. So, all right, the people watching, you're in Zoom, you're in the call. You can turn on the microphone, turn on the camera, and then we can get going. Yeah, he did say 7.4 minutes. I do like that kind of precision. I'll give you that. Give you that. So, my goodness. Martin H said, oh, there we are. Hold on.
Good.
All right, there it is. I can hear you.
All right, cool.
But I can't see you.
That's all right.
Oh, that's all right. You're not going to be seen?
I don't know. Do you have to see me right now?
Well, how are the people watching going to watch the people watching?
Hold on. I got to shut off the...
Yeah, you did. Yeah, at least mute that, the stream.
Hold on. Do you have to see me right now?
How are the people watching going to watch the people watching?
Hang on. Let me shut some volume off on this other thing.
I heard myself talk.
Too many talking. Talk. All right, cool. But I think we're good.
All right.
Go back to Zoom. Sorry, man. I should have been way more prepared. I very much apologize.
Yeah, don't worry. It's only 28 minutes after the time we said we're going to start.
Yeah, well, we used to have a female around here that helped us run things, and she's not around no more, so we're on our own.
Would she like make your bed and?
No, she cooked for us and stuff.
Oh,
she fed us.
Well,
women know how to cook meals. Men don't do a very good job at that.
I'm a fine cook.
Come on, computer.
All right, let's see. How many people are watching the people watching? There's 437 people watching the people watching. But they can't watch the people watching because the people watching isn't on camera, so that the people watching can watch the people watching.
That's all right.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, but they don't need to watch the people watching.
All right. There it is.
Oh.
All right.
Hey, on your channel, like you can only in the chat, like you can only type once, and then there's a delay.
Yeah, there's a 33-second delay.
33 seconds. All right, cool. Yep. Do you control that?
I can. Yeah, I change the speed at that. Yeah, but the NASA overlords insist that I use 33 seconds because everybody's Freemason apparently.
Number. Yeah, smart number. Yeah, 33 seems to work for a lot of people.
Yep, definitely. And then I mean, and I don't have a mason jar here for any reason other than just to have a mason jar here. There's nothing in it yet, so I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, a ball mason jar. We got it. We got the joke. Yeah. Yep. And then you put two of them up, and then you got two balls. It was funny. It was cute.
Yep. Oh, Many Karen says, tell him Many Karen will be his female.
All right, Many Karen. Very good. That's interesting.
You accept?
No, I don't know. It's an offer, and we'll
you'll take it under consideration.
Yeah, take it under consideration. Yeah.
All right.
All right. So what? How did you? Let's start at the beginning. Like you screenshotted a comment I posted on something.
Yes.
All right. And
It was you in the comments of a video saying, and I'll just read it here. If y'all can't hear it,
yeah.
Hold on. If y'all can't hear it, then you're not listening. I should put it up.
Yeah, if y'all can't hear it, you're not listening.
The truth is simple and doesn't need to be confusing. I'll go at it with anyone who wants to debate with logic and reasoning and speak with love and respect. Those are my terms. So I responded, I accept your terms.
Right, because I'm a ninja.
And you also said, call up Red's Rhetoric, tell him I'm the French
give me
toast
the notes on the
guy.
Clipboard.
I don't have the notes on the clipboard.
I'm not talking to you. That's okay. Sorry.
How am I supposed to know that?
I didn't hit mute.
Tell him I'm the French toast guy with the female drama.
Yeah.
Whenever he's ready, I'll serve it up. Breakfast, it's too easy. Bacon and sausage, plain and simple waffles.
Yeah, eggs over easy, but I didn't get that one in there. But yeah, it's simple.
Did you run out of letters?
Sometimes that happens.
It's a shame.
Cool. I guess so.
You guess so?
Yes, sir. I guess so.
All right.
You are the tune, the Mick Tune, right? Correct. Because your name's Michael or something.
That's right.
But you're MC Tune, right? Like MC on the hot mic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm a super awesome rapper.
Yeah, and you do the Looney Tunes, Tiny Tunes. I got a gift for you too. I got something for you. I wish I was more prepared on this though.
I do too. That would have been great.
I don't know if I'll be able to bring it up, but the theme song for Tiny Toon Adventures has been playing in my head all day.
Yeah, it's probably copyrighted, so it'd be best if you didn't.
Maybe so. But this is just hilarious to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. Nobody else will laugh with me, but I'll laugh with myself.
I prefer Animaniacs to Tiny Toons any day, though.
Yeah, they got a good theme song.
Yeah. It's time for Animaniacs. We're zany to the max. So just sit back and relax. You'll laugh to beat the max. We're Animaniacs.
Smack attacks.
That's the one. All right. So, I mean, are you going to? I said that you'd get a chance to present evidence for flat Earth.
Okay, yeah. So, Mr. Toon Man, let's start. Where do you want to start? NASA. Let's start at NASA.
No. So, evidence for flat Earth would begin with you presenting evidence for flat Earth. So, actually, since NASA doesn't actually present any evidence for flat Earth, it wouldn't even come into it at all.
I don't know about that. I just know about the truth and what I see and what's presented to me.
But do you have evidence for flat Earth?
Did I make a claim on flat Earth?
You don't think the Earth is flat? You think it's a globe?
I think it's very flat. I do not think we.
Oh, so there's your claim then. Okay,
I can talk. We can talk globe stuff. What's presented to the world? We can talk that.
All right. So you don't have any evidence for flat Earth? Is that? It sounds like that's kind of where you're at. I mean, it's not a surprise. That's par for the course. Is flat earthers who don't have evidence for flat Earth.
How about flat earthers that have evidence that it's not a spinning ball?
That's not actually evidence for flat Earth.
Is that logic and reason?
No, it's not.
Oh, so the model that's presented, being able to debunk the model that's presented, is not logic and reason.
Correct. Yeah. If you think the Earth is flat, then you have the burden of evidence to provide evidence for flat Earth. I mean, this is standard, argumentation, right? You make a claim, the Earth is flat in your case. No, you've said you think the Earth is flat, so that's your.
I said I'd debate it with anyone.
So you make your claim, then you present evidence, and then you use an argument, which is there's your logic and reason that bring together the claim and the evidence to support your claim. So if you think the Earth is flat, then you'd be like, oh, well, here's some measurements of flatness. Or if you think the Earth is stationary, you'd be, oh, here's some measurements of the Earth being stationary. But if you don't have any evidence for the Earth being flat or stationary, then
do you have any evidence for the Earth being a globe?
Yes, of course. But so when what happens is you basically
globe.
come to a horse race without a horse.
Okay, when I made that comment, it was in a live stream. I think Reddit. There was like 4 other people in there. Were you in there, or did you just see the comment?
The screenshot that was on a video,
right?
By Dave McKeegan, who has never yet done a live stream.
Wait, I made a comment on a live stream by someone who hasn't done a live stream?
It wasn't a live stream. It was the comments section of a video.
Of a video. Okay. Yeah.
It's on screen now. People are seeing it. Yeah. Tell him I'm the French toast guy with the female drama.
All right, then it must have been. I don't remember seeing that video, but that's all right. What I heard was someone say, "And you better come at me with something other than NASA lies." And that's what prompted me to make that comment.
In the live stream?
The video, because we're not calling it a live stream because it was a video.
Yeah, it was a video. It wasn't a live stream.
Okay. So it was a video. In the video, that's what was said. Come at me with something other than NASA lies.
Okay, so are you coming at me with something other than NASA lies?
I don't know. Are we in agreement that NASA lies?
No. But that doesn't establish the shape of the Earth. With or without NASA, the Earth is the same shape. You know that, right?
You're gonna sit there with a straight face and say NASA doesn't lie?
Yes.
Okay. All right, man. Mr. Toon Man, I got the cartoons. He's gonna say NASA doesn't lie. All right. I told you it's fucking fun. Sorry, man.
So an argument from incredulity is where the argument from incredulity is a logical fallacy that occurs when someone concludes that since they can't believe something is true, then it must be false, and vice versa. For example, someone using the argument from incredulity might claim that since they don't see how a certain scientific theory could be true, then it must be false. People often use arguments from incredulity in an attempt to discredit valid theories that they disagree with, and in order to support various unfounded or pseudoscientific theories. That would be from effectivology.com. So, do you have anything other than an argument from incredulity? Well, there you have it, folks. He doesn't. Another flurf who brought nothing, has nothing to bring. He's still here. He's muted himself. I don't know why, but let me see. While he's working, while he's considering if he's able to dig up any evidence, we'll see what we have in the audience here.
I'm sorry, Mike.
All right, no. I'll read a few things here. We got respectful. Stringer News 1 says 420 reasons and none of them good. We got Many Karen comes again. Oh no, that was sorry. Yes, Stringer News 1 again says, I'll take rivers in Egypt for $100, Alex. Many Karen says, ask him if germs were shown to cause diseases by providing evidence for germs causing disease, or by debunking humor's theory. So are you still there?
Yeah, I apologize. That was disrespectful. I don't mean anything against you. Just the thought, the idea is what you represent.
Okay.
I'm just laughing
But
at
I
the
just want
idea.
to remind you that you wanted to debate with logic and reasoning.
Please, so much.
Yes. So
You've
so
seen
logic
you
logic and reasoning, uh NASA doesn't determine the shape of the Earth. No
that's
part of NASA has changed the shape of the Earth other than maybe the structures that they've built.
no part of
Without
NASA has
NASA, the
changed.
shape of the Earth is the same. I don't
NASA
generally
has the
even
capability to change the shape of the Earth.
well, I mean they could build structures. You build a pour some concrete over here and put a building over there. But
Oh,
outside
okay.
of
So
that
that
kind of
changes
stuff,
the shape of the Earth when you build stuff on it. Is that
yeah,
what we're saying?
in a very minor way. But what I'm saying
Okay,
is
all right.
NASA
I can get
doesn't
on
have
board
the
with that.
capability of changing the shape of the Earth other than these trivial things like this.
Yeah,
Um,
okay. Makes
so,
sense.
and the shape of the Earth was figured out before NASA, and after NASA is dust, the shape of the Earth will still be the shape of the Earth, the same thing. So NASA isn't isn't the holder of the shape of the Earth. So
No,
so
they don't hold the shape of the Earth.
yes. So do you have any logic and reasoning for the shape of the Earth that you think that it is? And remember, I will remind you, I let you know
I'm
that
sorry. Trying to keep it.
you will have a chance. I'll just read it to you. You will have a chance to present positive evidence for your claimed shape of the Earth.
Wait, what are you saying? Like
That
nobody
was in
said that.
the email I sent to you yesterday at 9:42 a.m.
I don't
Central
see that.
Time.
Oh, I didn't see an email about that. Did I reply to it?
Well, you replied in the chain.
I
There's a
replied in the chain. Yeah, I
chain
didn't
of
see an
emails.
email
Yeah,
about that.
I'll put it on screen for everybody at home too.
Sorry, it's been a very, very busy week.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, rockets and stuff. NASA claims to have. They make the blue marble, and none of the blue marbles look the same. Like, what are you looking at, my dude?
Okay.
Like,
Where's the logic
and
and reason?
they
This is
all
your
the evidence
chance
is already out there.
for
The
logic and
evidence,
reason.
all the evidence is out there. The evidence has been presented for us. Like
All right.
the guy,
For
the
reference,
NASA guy
hold
admits
on.
like he creates the blue
On screen.
marble.
Hold
There's
on.
no
On screen right
picture
now.
of a.
On screen right now is the email to you saying you will have a
Okay,
chance to
great,
present
man.
positive evidence for your claimed shape of the Earth. I sent you this email yesterday morning at 9:42 a.m.
All right, here's my evidence for what it's not. Right, NASA gives you cartoons. You go outside and you take a
Sorry,
P900, P1000, and you
that's
look up at the
not
sky, and that's not what NASA presents to
that's
us.
I'm sorry, that's not
Flat out,
positive
like
evidence for the
anybody has
shape
this
claim shape.
technology now.
Is you said
Technology
you
has
were going to
been
use
out there
logic
already.
and
Yeah,
reasoning. Why
listen
are
to what
you
I'm
refusing to
saying.
use logic and reasoning
We've
and
had
present
technology.
positive evidence for your shape of the
We
Earth?
have the tech. Anybody can spend the $2,000 or whatever, get a P900, P1000, walk out in your backyard and start looking at stars and stuff. And that is not what is presented to us. You look at planets. That's not what's presented
Do you
to
see
us.
what I have right here? What do I have right here?
I don't know. It's like a bag or something. Grab bag.
You don't see what I'm holding right here?
Yeah.
What is it?
I don't know. Take some pictures and show the evidence. Like the evidence is already out there. We've already
this?
we've
What
already
is this?
done this.
This
Looks
is
like
a P1000.
Okay, so
So whenever people who know how to take photographs of things in the sky use this to take photographs of the things in the sky, they look like stars. When people who
if you have
don't,
the answer,
when
why aren't you
people who
presenting the answer to the
don't,
people?
because it's your claim, not mine. You have the burden, not me.
You live on a spinning ball.
When people know how to take a photograph with this camera and have it focus, this little ring right here is the manual focus ring. Flat earthers are unaware that this ring exists.
Mm-hmm.
So you can actually focus on stars. If you know nothing about photography and know nothing about how to take pictures when the background is primarily black, in autofocus mode, you would not know how to focus a camera like this, and then it would be an out of focus blob. That isn't evidence for the shape of the Earth. That is evidence that flat earthers don't know how to use cameras.
No. There's videos out there when you get it dialed in and you know the focus, and
All right, then bring it.
it's out there. It's on YouTube. You
The
can
person
look it up.
making a positive claim has the burden of proof.
There you go.
But
You
the
made that
evidence
claim.
is all out there. Like, you've been looking at it. How long have you been looking?
You make a
How long
positive
have
claim
you
of
looked into this
specificity, you have the
situation?
burden of proof of specificity. You do understand, again, that positive claims require the burden of proof.
Well, there it is. You have the burden of proof. This is Flat Earth
But I didn't make
debunker
any claims.
Austin
Like,
Whitsitt.
Positive claims have the burden of proof.
You told me I have a claim. I didn't make any claims. You said you claim flat Earth. I never said that.
Oh, so you agree that the Earth is a sphere?
I agree the Earth's flat, but
Okay, so that's
I
a
didn't make
claim.
You told
That's
me
a
I
claim.
made the claim.
You
You
just
told me
made
I
it.
made the claim.
But you
I
just
agree
made it.
with that, but I didn't make the claim.
That's a claim.
Okay, but I'm not presenting the claim. You present that you live on a spinning ball. That's your mindset. That's what you think.
You make a positive claim, you have the burden of proof.
You say that the Earth is flat. You have the burden of proof.
I believe that. I don't know. I don't have any, like, that's a belief. I believe from what I see with evidence and logic and reason that when we go out with a sextant.
It's a belief.
And for years and years,
belief.
sailors have been measuring with a sextant. And I don't know, I'm not a professional, right? Talk to the professionals.
Hold
They've
on
been
a second.
saying it for forever. Yeah, I'm not a professional. Can we get that out of the way? Oh yeah, I'm not a professional, so everything I say is wrong, right? Is that what we're going to establish?
No, you just need to be right about things to be right about things. You don't need to be a professional to be right.
I'll only speak truth.
Well, so far you haven't. But let's see, where did I put it? I have darn it. All right, I don't know where it is. Well, there it is. So you're going to talk about celestial navigation to me.
I didn't claim anything, Dan Payer. I just said I come on and discuss it with logic and reason.
You see this?
I come with no evidence.
You see
I come
this?
with nothing. I'm very
I
unprepared.
understand. Every flat earther comes with no evidence.
I'm unprepared.
Every flat earther is underprepared.
But can we talk about what we see?
You specifically asked to debate somebody.
Yeah. Can we do that?
Here we go. On screen right now. If y'all can't hear it, then you're not listening. The truth simple doesn't need to be. I'll go at it with anyone who wants to debate with logic and reasoning, and speak with love and respect. So I have right here.
Thank you.
I have right here this book on celestial navigation from David Birch. Now you brought up a sextant. Please explain to me what's in this book about sextants and the shape of the Earth.
Yeah, how does sextants work? They work on triangulation, and
there's no triangulation in celestial navigation.
Huh?
There's no triangulation in celestial navigation.
Isn't that how you find your position? You get a star, you get a GP, you look out on the horizon. It can go. It's big and go out for thousands.
What are the 3 points of the triangle that you think?
You can't.
A triangle has 3 points and 3 sides. What are the 3 points of the triangle?
The experts have been explaining this. Why aren't you listening, dude?
Right here. Here is
Here is
the drawing
on a ball.
Here's the drawing in the book of celestial navigation. How to measure that angle. Now, where's the triangle?
I really have to walk you through this. Like,
where's the triangle? Where's the triangle?
You can't. Right, that's not possible on a ball.
So you say. Yet I've had a $10,000 challenge for almost a year.
No. Nathan Oakley has had a 3 Bitcoin challenge for like 5 years. And no one's claimed it.
That's not Nathan Oakley. That is
that's a fact.
And people have claimed it. He has just nuh-uh.
No.
Yes, absolutely.
No one has.
Yes,
people have tried. People have attempted.
Yeah.
Many have come. Many have fallen.
So tell me, what are the objective? What are the objectively measurable criteria of Dearth's challenge?
I don't know. What's Dearth's challenge?
Nathan Oakley doesn't have a 3 Bitcoin challenge. You are thinking of Dearth.
I think he used to. No, Dearth had the challenge. Nathan backed it up. You had to go to Nathan's channel.
Challenge.
It was Dearth's channel.
It's not Nathan's challenge.
So
what are the objectively measurable criteria?
He would point them to the professional.
Tell me the objectively measurable criteria for this 3 Bitcoin challenge.
I say it one more time.
You want me to say it one more time?
Please, yes.
What are the objectively measurable criteria for Dearth's 3 Bitcoin challenge?
I don't know. I'd have to ask him. The objectively.
Oh, you
like,
don't
you just
know.
have to.
You're certain he has a challenge, but you don't know what it actually is.
Can you just say what it is instead of like doing this like bullshit of
He
what do I
does
know and what do
not
you know?
have any objectively measurable criteria. That's why
Maybe
it's a
not
fake
right now.
challenge.
There was a challenge out there, and 3 Bitcoin was on the table.
Yes,
anyone that could
it's a fake
scientifically prove that they live on a spinning ball on a ball Earth.
How do you measure scientifically proven? How is that measured?
How? The scientific method? Do we want to talk about the scientific method?
Would a
that's
measurement
very
do
important
it?
in this conversation.
Hey, would a measurement do? Would a measurement of the curvature of the surface of water satisfy that criteria?
Hey, thanks, man. The scientific method, I know the first step. Like, this is basic elementary stuff. Why are we doing this? The evidence is all presented.
No, none yet has been presented. In fact, so far I've been the only one presenting evidence.
No science, and they
because
don't know science.
You mean Oakley, who claims to know science but doesn't know science?
No,
That's
you're
who
not
doesn't know
listening,
science,
dude. You're not listening. Okay, who put all those vacuums in space? Was it Eureka? Was it Hoover? I bet you it was Shopvac.
Are you that stupid?
Shopvac did it. Must have been Shopvac. Putting all those vacuums up there.
He is that stupid.
Bunch of vacuums sucking up all this shit. What are they sucking up? Oh, a can? A can. That can looks like it has an aluminum barrier, a wall type thing to hold the gas in the liquid in.
Are you really that dumb? Wow.
Why are you gonna insult me like that? What did I am I insulting you?
Because you thought that there's vacuum cleaners in space.
You really think I think there's vacuum cleaners in space?
You're the one that brought it up.
Hoover is up there.
Wow. It's amazing. This is Omega Red. It's amazing that they believe in something with no evidence and disbelieve in something with clear evidence. What's the pressure in space? Do you know that?
It's a vacuum. It's vacuum of space.
What's the pressure?
I don't have all the answers.
There is a positive pressure in space. It's not zero. It's not negative. It's a positive pressure. All of space has a positive pressure. Do you know that?
I don't think that matters when entropy, and you're talking about laws of physics.
Wait. The laws of physics. What law? Yeah.
I think it's like the second law of physics. I don't know. It violates physics, so it violates natural law.
The second law or third law of physics. Dynamics. Yeah, which one? First, start with the number. Which one? Wait, let's start with this. How many laws of thermodynamics are there?
Let me get my damn notes. Can you give me like 1 minute, 2 minutes to get all my notes?
Sure. I'll do that.
It violates natural law.
Which one?
All right, I'll tell you. I'll walk this through you.
You don't know, do you? You don't know. Oh dear. Okay. Let's see. Tyler M says that's the fakest laugh I've ever heard. At least he thinks he's funny. That you do have that going for you there. Many Karen's still wondering if germs were shown to cause disease by providing evidence for germs causing disease or by debunking Humer's theory. Which one was it? Many Karen, you're out of luck there, I think. Callie Smith says NASA lies so flat Earth, but Oakley lies so globe Earth. I just don't know which to believe. If only there was a way to ascertain how reality works.
Let's talk about freaking.
It's a good point there. Callie Smith, thank you for that. We've got Mr. QTube, first name says, even if you debunk the globe, flat Earth doesn't win by default. That's a false dichotomy.
What are you talking about? It doesn't matter. It can be a triangle. It doesn't.
That's very true. But you think it's flat, not triangle. You don't think it's a triangle. All right. Jolene says, buying a P900/P1000 for looking at stars is like buying new snowshoes for running a marathon. I have snowshoes right here. We went snowshoeing the other day. The snow was wrong. It was quite terrible. Many Karen says, again, Many Karen, ask Mr. Logic and Reason, if I show it wasn't the butler, does that mean it was the neighbor?
I don't know what it is. It could be a triangle. It could be, but it's not. It's not in motion. It's motionless.
Well, that's a claim.
That's silly talk.
That's a very specific claim. Motionless is a very specific claim.
You have the burden of proof to substantiate all of those specific positive claims.
There you go. So if it wasn't the butler, does that mean it was the neighbor? No, it does not. And there's the lack in logic. So Many Karen comes back again, says our esteemed guest should change his name to the kids watching.
Let me run a scenario by you real quick. Let me run a scenario by you.
Oh no,
okay.
I'm not done yet.
So,
I'm not done yet.
Oh, okay.
You needed some time to catch up on your notes. So once I'm done with this, you'll be fully up to speed on your notes and ready to rock.
It's all out there. Like,
NANA says for $6.66, hail Santa. That's why all the flurfers are idiots. There it is. Cretan Ball for 2 Canadians says King Dave, more like the Lion King.
Brainwashed since forever.
Oh, this is a good one. Omega Red says it's amazing that they believe in something with no evidence and disbelieve in something with clear evidence. Very true.
You believe in something with no evidence. The ball lacks any evidence. There's no evidence for a spinning ball. None.
Denialism isn't a refutation.
NASA lies to you. Accept it.
I don't need to look at NASA. NASA
lies to you.
NASA lies I will present exactly.
My cousin worked for NASA.
I don't care. I will present exactly zero evidence from NASA for the shape of the Earth. How about that? I'll commit to that today.
You know NASA lies. You know NASA lies to you.
So you say.
And you still won't accept.
So you say.
It hurts.
Now
dude.
you have gotten to where you are just basically diverting the burden of proof. You're shifting the burden of proof.
Very nice, Austin.
I'm putting the claim on those that make the claim.
Many Karen says vacuums don't suck. Flat Earth does.
Oh, huh, that's all right. Clever.
Keep getting your note. Keep getting your notes ready.
Suck.
Keep getting your notes ready, Mr. Logic and Reason. Steve 6464 says, "Does the people watcher want a cracker?"
People watching.
Does the people watching want a cracker?
What does that mean? Am I like repeating something that I said?
Because parrots want crackers.
All right. Let me know when I can run that scenario by you.
I got a couple more here. Just a messenger says, "Give me a minute equals I'm Googling." Now he's pulling up Oakley's show notes.
Like I shouldn't even have to run by this elementary.
Do you have
stuff to you?
Let's see. Stringers once says, "Cat Earth for the win." That's right. He's going to debunk the globe and go for Cat Earth.
What's a cat Earth? I don't understand.
That'd be the Earth on the surface of a cat. Duh.
I don't know who said that.
Saeed Ahmed says this Poe isn't funny, not even trying to be original. MC Tune for the win.
Dude, the game was over before we started.
No kidding. I totally agree. You're right.
Yeah. You're so far behind on points.
Stringers once says the Loch Ness Monster lies to you. All right. Hey, I'm caught up. There you go. Oh no, I not yet. Chris Kirk B says, "Let him try and disprove the globe. It's fun." Okay. I see what I get it. All right. And then I think there's one more. It's churning here. Give me a second here.
What's funny?
I got nothing. Luke Filewalker says,
funny? What are you laughing at? What's funny?
My face palm insurance rates will increase from this. Okay. Nathan Oakley's balls just commented. Says, "Flirt harder, deflect more, lie convincingly." So, okay. Now,
it's such a bullshit argument. Why hasn't it gone away?
Let's hear the scenario. Oh, look at this. I got some Toonshine ready. Let's hear the argument. The scenario.
Okay, here's the scenario. All right, you got JFK. He goes, "We choose to go to the moon in this decade, whatever."
And do these other things.
Right?
Yeah.
And they make a plan. And they're setting up this rocket, the program is being set up. And I think Russia just bows out. Russia was in the race for a while, but they just completely they were like, USA,
You don't know
take
your
it.
history very well. Wow.
I do, because they didn't have the tech to compete with us when it actually came time to go on the moon. I know that the heads of NASA left like months before the first Apollo mission. Okay, and so think about this: they figured out that they can't get there, but
No,
they made this. They made the
another
claim. They
claim.
made the statement. We got to get there. So hear me out. So we're America. We don't fold our cards. We presented this. We have to show that we're strong, and so there has to be. We have to have victory, no matter what. No matter what, right?
All right. When do we get for evidence? When does the evidence come in?
So they get together with Stanley Kubrick, who's everyone. You already know the story. See, you already know it.
It's
The
just
truth-
lies.
The truth
You're
is
just
already in you, and you're
You're
blatantly
just
denying
parroting
it.
lies. 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 That's all you got.
You're calling the truth lies, though.
Yes, that's what you do.
Yes. You're calling the truth.
You're all
lies.
backwards.
Yes, thank you.
Because
For
you don't
agreeing
know
with me.
anything about celestial navigation.
You're calling the truth lies. Is what
Yes.
you're doing.
All right, come on.
That's
Let's
a
hear
bit
it.
rude, you think?
I'm waiting for the evidence.
The evidence is in front of us all.
Present it then. You'll be the first.
I mean, you can't like. How long have you been looking in? How long have you been looking into this? How long have you been in this?
Over 5 years.
And you're still struggling with it.
I'm not struggling at all.
And you're still
This
struggling
is
with it, dude.
this is
That's a long time.
hilarious.
Man. Like most of us, it took like 6 months. It was very painful. It's very painful. But for it to stretch out for
I believe
5
you.
years for you, I'm sorry, man. That's denial. Like,
So
that's
for
a
reference,
pain I don't wish on
Russia
anyone.
got the first thing to orbit the Earth. They got the first person in orbit. They got the first thing to land on the moon. They just didn't get the first people.
There's no moon
on
landing,
the
man.
moon.
There's no moon landing.
So you
There's
say.
no moon landing. Dude, have you seen the picture?
So you say.
Bring up the pictures
You
of
make
the
a
space
positive claim
station.
of specificity, you have the burden of proof.
Look at the
specificity.
pictures of the space station. It's cardboard paper.
All right,
starch
come on.
tape. It's
Time for your evidence,
embarrassing.
buddy.
It's
Time for your
embarrassing.
evidence. Come on, son. Evidence, son.
They have millions of dollars to fake it, and they don't even try. They
All
don't
right.
even try. They
Now-
put up paper and tinfoil.
All right. Are you?
It's embarrassing, and you're still
Come on.
going along with
Come
it.
on. Where's your evidence?
No, NASA's been lying to us for 4 decades. All right.
Where's your evidence?
4 decades, everyone. Shut
That's
up,
a
dude.
lies.
Shut up.
That's
All
a
right.
lies.
That's the father of lies telling that. The father of lies tells that. Imagine what power the father of truth has. Huh?
I don't know. It seems to me that
I'm talking
Blurf
about
God's
the
like
father of truth.
Blurf
buddy.
God is super weak. Like he can only make a snow globe. The real God, he makes a
Make a
giant
snow globe.
universe.
We're
It's
in a
amazing.
workshop. We're doing a workshop and we're making snow globes.
All right, come on, snow globe guy. Where's the evidence?
You're making snow globes and I'm taking souls.
No, you're not. You're deceiving people. All right,
What?
we got.
Say that again. Say that
You're
again.
deceiving people is what you're doing.
Deceiving
there,
people?
son.
How am I deceiving people? What have I said that's
By
deceiving?
lying about the shape of the Earth. You lied when you
lying,
said
sir.
that the Earth was
You're
stationary, and
you're
you have
still
no
believing
evidence
the
for
lie.
it.
Now you have gotten
still
to where
believing the
you
lie.
were just basically diverting the burden of proof. You're shifting the burden of proof.
I haven't made any
Thank you,
claims.
Austin.
I just agreed that
You claimed that the Earth is stationary. That was your specific claim.
You have the burden of proof to substantiate all of those specific positive claims.
Thanks, Austin. So, anything? Nothing? I know.
the
Todd Burt
mainstream
says
model
it's
is to
like
live on a stupid spinning ball.
he says
and
it's like the dude and
It's
Oakley
been
had a
debated
baby.
for
It's
years
just
now,
like your ball
and the evidence
opinion,
is
man.
clear. And if some
If
people
the
just won't be able to
evidence-
see it,
If the evidence were clear, you would just be presenting it.
you're not looking at it. You're not listening. It's all out there. It's all out there.
No. Just give it to me. Just give me the measurements of flatness. Go ahead.
If you want it, you'll look for it. You'll see
I did.
it.
I
And
did.
you're not.
Why is my camera shaking? Because I'm having too much fun. My desk has the camera on it, so when I like bump the side of the desk when I I move around, it bumps the camera.
He gets
So,
a little
all right, I gotta
excited,
stop.
guys.
I'm
He's a little
excited.
happy.
This is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So, all right. Toddbert said it's like the dude and Oakley had a baby. Quote, it's just like your ball opinion, man. King Crew says, hey, Dave, was it the last box of crayon that made you so special? Crayons? Dave, are you feeling a bit peckish?
What's the radius of the globe?
6,371 kilometers. I measured it myself four
False,
times.
because there is no radius.
I measured it myself 4 times. You want me to go through it?
You got numbers. But
No,
there's
I measured
radius.
it. I personally measured it myself. I did it, not NASA.
How'd you
NASA
do
was
that?
not involved.
How did you do that?
Would you like to actually see it? The problem is, this is going to require some math, and one thing we know is that the
That there's
Flurfkin,
no R value.
the Flurfkin cannot do math. No R value.
I said that once, and that was the first time I ever said that. And now you have to go.
No, you're just parroting Oakley.
Okay,
we
but
can tell
was the first
that
time I
Oakley's
said
your
it right
Papa
here,
Flurf.
Right now, why do you got to be an asshole?
Because you're
Why
just
do you have to be an
parroting
asshole?
Oakley.
Okay, but I said it right here, right now. Why do you have to be an asshole? First time.
All right.
First time I said it. No, why are you?
Yeah,
an asshole?
every time you parrot Oakley, I'm gonna call you on it.
And be an asshole.
Well, I mean, you agreed to come on and you were gonna present evidence and use logic and reasoning, but so far that hasn't happened.
And you just agreed to be an asshole. So okay, that's fine.
All right, I will send you here. I'm gonna share my screen so you can see. Let's see. Oh, I need to make this a little wider.
Hey Google, quit hiding the truth. It used to be much easier to find.
All right. So here is, let's see here. People are seeing it at home already. So I measured it 2019 December. So 4 years ago. 3 years ago. All right. December 2019, I personally measured the radius of the Earth. So here is the tripod I used. And you can see on the ground there the chalk line that I made when the sun was at its shortest point. Here's me. Are you seeing this?
Yeah, I see.
All right, so there I'm measuring the length of the shadow there, 121 inches. If you prefer.
How do you get a radius of something that's 3,000 miles?
I'm not there yet. There, like I said, this will involve some math. So we got about 50.5 inches high for that tripod that I was using. So in all there, we have the important information there. We have the length of the shadow and the height of the tripod. So now,
this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen for something claimed to be 3,000 miles.
Hold on. Shh. I'm going over the math. Shh. This is where you're learning. This is called FE. Free education.
This is the dumbest thing you've ever seen?
Free education right there. So you got the length of the shadow. You got the length of the pole. And the angle gives the arctangent of the pole divided by the shadow, right? How are you at trig? Trigonometry. How are you?
Not very good.
No doubt. I believe you.
No doubt. Yeah, I'm not a mathematician.
I believe you. All right. So here the angle is the arctangent of those.
Are you a mathematician?
22.54325 degrees. And I apologize for those
he doesn't know
that are saying, hold on a second. Why are you reporting so many digits? I know. All right, so here is the spreadsheet.
I don't know anybody that knows trig.
Now, I wasn't the only person that day that did it. There were 3
I don't
of
know.
us.
Do you?
You don't know trig?
I know a couple actually.
You don't know trig? All right.
Trig.
All right. So there were 3 of us that day that measured it. So we had 2 hypotheses. Hypothesis 1, that the Earth is flat and the sun is local. Is that a fair hypothesis for an experiment? David?
No, what's the hypothesis?
That the Earth is flat and the sun is local. That's the hypothesis number 1. Is that a fair hypothesis?
Okay, that's your hypothesis. Okay,
Yeah.
Next step.
Is that a good hypothesis?
I don't know. That's what you're doing for the experiment, right?
Do you accept that as a hypothesis?
Are you doing science right now? It's your science. It
is science. Are you?
This is how science
I
works.
just want to make sure. That you agree that this
5, 6, 7 of
hypothesis
them.
is a good hypothesis. What do you think?
It's a hypothesis, yeah.
Okay, that's number one. Number two, the hypothesis being that the Earth is a sphere and the sun is very far away. Do you agree that that is a valid hypothesis?
The sun. Say the first part again. The sun is very
The
far
Earth is
away.
a sphere and the sun is far away. That's the
Okay,
second
that's
hypothesis.
a hypothesis. Yeah, that's a
Okay.
hypothesis.
All right. So we're testing these two hypotheses. So if the sun is local and the Earth is flat, then we can triangulate the sun and get its elevation through basic triangulation. This is math that's covered in high school. It's mandatory in the United States in order to graduate high school, unless you had some sort of a poor education. Maybe the state somebody was in might have that, but in general, trigonometry is mandatory. It's covered in this kind of math is covered around 7th or 8th grade first, but typically not with the trig, and then it's covered in high school with the trig.
I would say it's briefly covered and then briefly covered in high school as well. You can get more into it for information and get a little bit more knowledge of it. But
yeah, and you can learn on your own. In fact, that's totally allowed.
Yeah,
so we've got right here, we've got the length of the stick, the length of the shadow for 3 different people. This one in the middle is my particular one. I was at 45.02 degrees north latitude. So we have the angle of elevation for these 3 different locations, 21 degrees, 22.5, 36 degrees. We got the head angle, which is the converse of that angle. And then we have the distance to the Tropic of Capricorn.
It doesn't even matter. Like all these CIA documents that are released, they say like you must.
Sorry, you asked me a specific question, and I am answering that question. So try to calm your ADHD for a second.
Understand like
David, try to calm your ADHD for a minute. You asked me specifically to show you how I measure the radius of the Earth. I'm doing exactly what you wanted. I'm giving you some FE here, some free education. Right? The distance to the Tropic of Capricorn from my location is 7,619 kilometers. And the sun elevation for flat Earth, presuming flat Earth, the sun elevation is 3,162. Is this over your head?
No, it's boring.
Is it over your head?
No, it's
is
just
that
numbers.
No, it's not just numbers. This is a measurement. If the Earth is flat, this is the height of the sun.
A flat baseline.
Absolutely, that's what I did. I assumed a flat baseline for this particular
Welcome to flat
experiment.
Earth, buddy.
No.
Welcome to flat Earth. You have to assume a flat baseline. You just said it.
That's what you do when you do a hypothesis. You make an assumption. That's how you do math. That's how you do science. You make a bunch of assumptions. Then you test them and you see if they're right. I am testing the assumption that the Earth is flat. That's the hypothesis. That's how you do science. Clearly, you have not done science. So now this other person here who is at 45, hold on, 45.57 degrees north latitude. This person measured the elevation of the sun to be 3,047 kilometers. Now that's not too bad. They're not close, but they're a couple, they're 100 and some off, but we're also only about half a degree latitude off. But this other guy here at 31.35 degrees north latitude, when we presume that the Earth is flat in the hypothesis, we get a sun elevation of 4,468 kilometers, completely off and not matching, not even close at all. Nothing. This falsifies flat Earth right here because these different elevation of the sun measurements don't agree with each other. In fact, they are the difference is 20%, 29% off. But now for the second hypothesis, where we're hypothesizing that the Earth is a sphere and that the sun is very far away, and then we use that sun angle measurement to calculate the radius of the Earth, we get 6,437, 6,417, 6,498 kilometers radius for the sphere Earth, in agreement with each other with just a 0.4% variation. A very good agreement. So there you go. That's how I personally measured the radius of the Earth. one of the 4 times that I did it using this method. So, you still there? You're still there.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
So
Thank
you
for all that
asked,
work.
I showed you how I personally measured the radius of the Earth. So I have an R value. I have it. I did it myself. If you think that my measurement technique is wrong, I would be grateful for you to point out the errors. Over to you.
Yeah, you think you did it correctly.
Yeah, go ahead. If you think it's wrong, go right ahead and point out my errors.
Yeah. In your mind, you think you did it correctly. Okay. I agree with you. You think you did it correctly. I agree with you.
No. Do you agree that I did it correctly?
No, I agree that you think you did it correctly.
Perfect. Could you just point out my errors, please?
No.
Why not?
Because I'm not a mathematician. I don't have. You're not looking at the big picture.
So you think I did it wrong, but you
denial.
can't explain how I did it wrong.
Correct.
So how would you know that it's wrong if you can't understand it? This clearly went over your head. This is beyond your comprehension. So far, all you have is nuh-uh. Let me remind you again that you are making an appeal from incredulity.
Say that word again. I want to write it down.
An appeal from incredulity. For example, someone using the argument from incredulity might claim that since they don't see how a certain scientific theory could be true, then it must be false. That's what you're doing. You're convinced that I made an error, but you don't know what that error is. You can't point out that error. I've been asking flat earthers for years to point out the error in this, and not one has ever pointed it out to me. Is it the case that every single flat earther can't fathom the math that's involved? Maybe that's the case. Maybe that's a valid hypothesis that could be tested, that flat earthers can't do math. All right, so you say it's wrong, but you don't want to know why it's wrong. You say that you think the earth is flat and stationary, but you can't actually provide evidence for it. This isn't going well for you so far. He's still there. He's still there, just not talking. There it is. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is a flurf breaking down.
No,
he has no idea how any of this works, but he's convinced that it's wrong because it must be wrong according to him.
Here, I'll tell you what I know.
No. I want you to show me what's wrong with the thing that I just went over. You asked me to provide. You claimed there's no R value. I showed you how I personally measured the R value. So I have an R value for the radius of the earth that I did myself. And guess who wasn't involved? NASA wasn't involved. They didn't tell me how to do it. I used math that's been around for thousands of years. I used distances between myself and the Tropic of Capricorn that has been known for centuries. No NASA involved. And you cannot provide any explanation for why you think it's wrong. You have been destroyed. If you have no rebuttal to that,
NASA, it's like a love-hate relationship.
If you have no rebuttal to that, that is just an admission that you're wrong. Thank you for that. I appreciate that.
You need to hold on to a concept.
It's not a concept. I personally measured it. You can't explain how I did it wrong. It befuddles you. It completely beyond your comprehension.
I'm sorry you don't get it, dude.
Well, you didn't present anything yet.
I agree with you. You believe that you did it correctly.
You've not presented anything that it's wrong.
Why is that not enough? Why can't we move on?
You didn't show that it's wrong.
That's okay. That's okay. Is that not okay?
No,
I can't
it's
show
not
that
okay.
it's wrong.
It's not okay.
It's not
That's
okay that I
not
can't
logic
show
and
it.
reason. You said you wanted logic and reason. It's on screen right now.
Yeah, I want to go on.
I'll go at it with anyone who wants to debate with logic and reasoning. So I showed you with logic and reasoning how I personally measured the radius of the Earth. You say it's wrong, but you don't have the logic and reasoning to show why it's wrong. There's a problem there. You didn't bring the logic and reasoning. Don't you see the problem there, Dave? You brought nothing. As Reaper 22 Actual says, Flurf showed up to a battle of wits unarmed. He's still there. He hasn't left. Still
Why
there.
why would I leave? Why would
I don't
leave?
know. So when you go silent, then people at home, they don't know that you're still there or not. So I'm just letting them know that you haven't hung up yet.
I've conceded. You believe that you did it correctly. I can't argue it.
Okay,
Next move.
All right. Well, the next move would be going back to step one. That's you presenting evidence for the shape of the Earth.
You need to introduce a concept of time. Time is a concept in order to prove gravity. You have to have time in this equation because that's how a concept cannot be argued. You can't argue against a concept. It's nuts talk. It's crazy talk. There's three dimensions.
Sorry. Sorry. None of that was positive evidence for the shape of the Earth. Could you just go ahead and present evidence for the shape of the Earth?
3 dimensions, right? It's a trinity.
Good job. Good job.
A trinity.
Would you like me to draw it with crayons so that you have something to look at?
Some call it Father, Son, Holy Spirit.
That has nothing to do with the actual 3 dimensions of space.
Yeah, you have to add.
It's called a non sequitur.
It's a concept.
Non sequitur.
It's a concept. Reality is a concept.
Sure.
There's nothing tangent about it. There's nothing measurable about it.
Of course, there's lots of things measurable about it. In fact, I have right here a ruler, or as sometimes so that it's easy for Flurfs to understand, a lengthometer. So I can measure things in reality with this lengthometer, right? I can see how long this temperatureometer is in both centimeters and freedom units. I'll choose centimeters because this is science. 12.5 centimeters. That's how long this temperatureometer is. So I just measured something in reality. That wasn't a concept. That was reality. Now, do you have any evidence for the shape of the Earth?
Wait, so gravity exists? Gravity exists then?
Certainly does, but you're saying it doesn't. But
it certainly does. Can you prove that it does?
Yes, I can. Yeah.
All right. Prove to me that gravity exists.
Okay. Now, just for reference, so that people know, he has done this.
I have no preparation.
So people have done this.
Now you have gotten to where you are just basically diverting the burden of proof. You're shifting the burden of proof.
There it is. So, all right, I will gladly show you gravity. All right, let's see here. To make it easy, I have collected together quite a few of them on my website at mctoon.net/g that are measurements of gravity. So, all right, I'll share this to you so you can see it. All right, there it is. Measurements of gravity. So there it is, mctoon.net/g. I think I have 18 of them listed here. And I'm going to look at, there's one in particular I like here that I'm going to look at. Let's see. There it is. You got reflections on a measurement of the gravitational constant using a beam balance and 13 tons of mercury. So here's the documentation of it. And let's minimize that. Scroll down here. All right, so here you see this picture here? This picture here we have on these gray areas are vats filled with mercury. So on the left side, position T, we have these 4 vats of mercury that are near each other. And at the top, you have, I'll zoom in a little bit on it, You have the test mass, the upper
I
test
get
mass.
it. You're going to come with evidence of, yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
Okay,
you
have evidence.
exactly
You
what
have
you're
evidence
exactly
of
what
it.
you're asked for.
Yeah.
Evidence for gravity. This is what you asked for.
Okay, yeah, you're going to give me some muddy in the waters evidence.
No, I'm giving you an empirical measurement of gravity's existence.
And everybody's going to look at the screen and go, "Oh yeah,
here we
look,
go.
no, oh yeah, look, no."
This is Effie.
Oh,
Remember,
yeah,
this is Effie.
sense.
Free education.
He showed me.
Free
He showed
education.
Me on television. He's telling me his vision.
Free education.
Through this little television.
I'm giving you free education.
I'm going to listen to it.
So this is just remember, denialism is not a refutation. You actually have to do the work to refute something. You have to understand it and then present some maybe there's an error in it. Maybe something was forgotten about. Maybe there's some confounding variables that were missed. That would be the burden is then on you after I show this, but I'll get through this. All right. So position T, we've got the upper test mass. You see where that is? That's at the top edge of the mercury there in the different vessels. And at the bottom, we have the lower test mass. That's position T. And those test masses up at the very top, there's a beam balance at the top where they're measuring the amount of downward acceleration. Actually, they're actually measuring the downward acceleration with a beam balance. I think it's a beam balance or... Anyway, they're measuring the downward acceleration. Then you have position A, where what they did is they pumped the mercury, instead of being in the middle there, they pumped it up to the way top and the way bottom. And what they identified is that the test masses had a different quantity of downward acceleration for them, dependent on where the 13 tons of mercury was located, thereby showing that mass attracts mass. Now, because mercury is conductive, and all of these things are also conductive, it couldn't have been magnetism or electromagnetism or electrostatics or whatever other things you might think because of that, because these things they're all sharing a common electrical potential. So that certainly isn't it. So there you go. You've got mercury with test masses confirming that mass attracts mass. So you asked for it, I gave it to you. There you go. Your turn.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff. I'm going to have to disagree with you again because gravity doesn't exist.
So you disagreed with empirical evidence with a religious mantra. Wow.
Religious? I didn't say anything religious.
Oh yeah, you did. You made the claim. You made the claim that gravity didn't exist without any supporting evidence.
You make a positive claim of specificity. You have the burden of proof of specificity.
So, do you have the burden of proof of specificity handy for gravity not existing as you have made the claim to be?
No, I just know it doesn't because I've been doing the research and I've been listening and I've been hearing the word.
Nothing. So just a religious position is so far all you've done. You've made a claim with no evidence. That is a religion.
Do you have any religious position?
I do, in fact, yes.
Yeah.
But I don't bring that into science. That's not the place for religion. But you are just presenting religious claims in the realm of science, a very strange thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
So do you have any actual refutation of this? I understand.
I should have stuck to my first point that it's so simple that NASA lies, guys.
It has nothing to do with it. NASA wasn't involved in this particular measurement, though.
Can fold out, but NASA lies.
Are you aware that NASA wasn't involved in this particular measurement of the existence of gravity?
Man. You made a mistake somewhere. It's cool.
So where? Point it out.
NASA lies, guys.
Point it out.
Flat out. NASA lies. They've been lying to us for 4 decades.
All you have is religious mantras again, over and over and over. All you can do is parrot your religious mantra.
Lies.
No, you said that, which is a religious claim.
You make a positive claim, you have the burden of proof.
I'm sitting here in front of you and I just say NASA lies.
Burden of proof always lies with a positive claim. When you make a positive claim, you have the burden of proof.
So you're making a positive claim and presenting no evidence.
You have the burden of proof to substantiate all of those specific positive claims.
Everybody knows
the person making a positive claim has the burden of proof.
Positive claims have the burden of proof. You have the burden of proof of specificity of your specific claim.
Thanks, Austin.
You make a positive claim, you have the burden of proof.
But everybody who's looking into it has seen it.
Burden of proof always lies with a positive claim. When you make a positive claim, you have the burden of proof. You have the burden of proof
to substantiate all of those specific positive claims.
So, do you have any evidence to substantiate your specific claims?
NASA lies.
That's it. That's all you have is you go back to your religious
You
position.
know it too, and you know it. All you have to do
that
is
you have
agree.
is
you know it.
This. This is all you have.
It's sad.
This is 100% top to bottom, left to right, front to back, in the past and in the future, all that you have for your position.
Appeal from argument from incredulity, but I'm telling you, NASA lies.
You're claiming that NASA lies, but you haven't provided the evidence for that. Not that it matters, because like I said,
out there,
we've
all seen it. We've all seen the evidence.
Like I already said, this particular measurement of the existence of gravity is not done by NASA. It has nothing to do with NASA.
NASA lies?
Has nothing to do at all with it. But I have not seen that
all
NASA.
You need.
I haven't seen any problem.
Falls into place.
But here you go. Keep squawking your religious mantras, because I know that's all you have, and it really does show the failures of flat Earth.
How long is it going to take you? How long is it going to take us as a people?
Evidence.
How much longer are we going to lie to ourselves?
Evidence. I don't know how long you're going to lie to yourself. Gravity exists.
I'm not lying to myself.
This is a measurement of it.
Truth.
Right here on the screen, you're looking at the measurement of gravity.
Without a doubt, I have the truth.
No, you're just lying. You're just parroting lies. That's all you have done.
I'm not lying.
So you say, but you have no evidence to support your claims.
That's a knowing.
All right. So Eddie Reese says his notes are actually the Flurf playbook.
You know what you know?
His notes are actually the Flurf playbook. He knows it well. Claim, demand evidence, dismiss evidence, deflect. Absolutely. That is, but you wrote that, Eddie, before he did that on gravity. Perfect. You perfectly described what he was going to do. Many Karen says, he said, many have come. I'm paying just to hear Toon say, many have come. All right. I'll do it. Ready? Many have come. Yes, I know. The double entendre.
Yeah. Many have tried, few will enter.
Yeah, you didn't get it right. Pat in the chat says, this Flurf enjoys water sports. Po your boat. Are you a Poe?
No, can you explain that to me? I've heard that before, though.
Oh, there we go. What do you think? What do you think, Industrial Nerd? You tell me. What do you think? See, Industrial Nerd Po'd it up when we first were introduced, but he's come clean. But all right, there it is. I have the community's been asked. There's a poll up for people.
Please explain it to me.
Nope, I won't. AU Studios says America doesn't fold. Vietnam, Afghanistan. Naughty. All right.
Boy, I'm also searching for truth and knowledge. Why won't you explain it to me?
Saeed Ahmed says faking the moon landing still does not disprove the globe. It doesn't. I mean, nobody has yet had any evidence that the moon landing was faked, but it wouldn't change the shape of the Earth. In fact, if the moon is local, I don't know why it would be that difficult. It's not that far away. Some Flurfkin actually claim that the moon is in the clouds. You could just use a drone to go there then. You could get it. You could tie a whole bunch of helium balloons to your lawn chair and get up to the moon with it. All right. Lael says live.
What did you say? Tie a bunch of helium balloons to a lawn chair and you can get to the moon?
Yeah, if it's in the clouds.
Making that claim?
If it's in the clouds. I don't know if you're one of the Flurfkin.
If it's in the clouds.
Let's find out. Do you think the moon is in the clouds?
I don't know. I'm just following what you said.
Do you think the moon is in the clouds?
You can tie a bunch of balloons to a lawn chair and get there. I guess I can agree with that.
Okay, but do you think that the moon is in the clouds?
No, I didn't make that claim.
Where's the moon?
I don't know. I'm not making that claim.
I believe you don't know. Lael says it would be good of Flat Earther to keep their notes.
Clever, very clever.
In ChatGPT on what ChatGPT debunks many evidences that the Flat Earthers claim about the heliocentric model. Oh man, Nathan Oakley got got the smackdown from ChatGPT. It was great.
You parrot what you've been told, and I
Callie
think for
Smith
myself.
says instead of negative evidence, i.e., nuh-uh, it's time for positive evidence. Is to the Jim Tanker says he's too ignorant to be a Poe. So, and yes, but by the way, pretending to not know what a Poe is a sign of being a Poe. Corntex says that, can this guy give the definition of the word vacuum? Oh, that's a good one. All right. What is the definition of vacuum? Silence. You don't know what a vacuum is? You don't know the definition of the word vacuum, or are you Googling it?
Is it a poser? Is a Poe a poser?
No.
Okay.
I mean,
all right. Well,
you can think of it. You can think of it that way, but it comes from Poe's law. Yeah. So if you're going to Google Poe's law,
you said Poe's law or something.
POE''S law.
POE''S
Yeah.
law. I don't know. I'll look it up, I guess.
Yep. You'll have to look it up. All right. Now, can you give the definition of the word vacuum?
Vacuums. I know what a vacuums. I got vacuums. They suck things. Vacuums suck.
Okay, but
is that a good definition? Can we
when referring to
vacuums don't suck.
When referring to the place suck. 100 kilometers that direction,
they don't.
What is the definition of vacuum?
Do they suck or do they not suck?
The vacuum cleaner in your closet that your roommate took with her when she moved out.
You just pointed up there.
Yes, a vacuum.
We're talking about
a different kind of vacuum. So 100 kilometers that direction.
Okay, yeah.
When we talk about that vacuum, what is the definition of that vacuum?
Does it suck or does it not suck?
It does not suck.
To a common understanding of the terminology.
Well, I'm asking you, and you are then asking me back. Clearly, you don't know what this definition is, so I will help you. It does not suck. Okay, go ahead.
It does not suck. The vacuum up there does not suck.
Correct. 100 kilometers that direction, it does not suck. Okay, next. Do you know the definition of the word vacuum when we're talking about 100 kilometers that way?
Here, give me 2 seconds. Hang on.
What? Corntech. You stumped him. He's like, I gotta look up what Oakley would say. Clover Mom says, wacky waving inflatable arms flailing tube man. Hey, you guys remember M. Benz? Flat Earther M. Benz? That guy was terrible. Team Skeptic he would tear up M. Benz. I gotta see if I still have M. Benz's videos. It'd be fun to do a live debunk of his stuff if some flurp doesn't show. M. Benz. I think I know where some are. String News 1 says, is the big picture a meme by any chance? I don't know. All right. Oh, let's look at oh my goodness, the poll.
All right. A device creating and utilizing a partial vacuum is one definition.
Yeah, that's not the one we're talking about. That direction of kilometers.
Let's grab the other ones. So we have to go back to elementary.
Yes, we do. Hey, come on.
I'm working on it. I want to go faster.
Bacty's wondering if you have to Google how to tie your shoes.
Well, you don't have the information. You asked me the definition of vacuum, so why don't you just put it up on the screen?
I know it, but I don't think you do.
Screen, then why don't you present it?
I don't think you know what it is. I'm positive that you don't know what it is. You had to look it up.
Oh, he's so dumb. You had to look up what Webster says the definition is.
Yep.
I don't know all the exact definitions that Webster has. Sorry, I don't memorize that. Do you memorize that?
For vacuum, I do.
Okay. For vacuum, I do. How many are there? How many definitions are there?
I don't know how many. I don't know how many definitions they have.
Oh, you got to look it up. You got to look it up. Oh, you got to look it up. Stupid.
All right. Which one you got? You find it yet? No? All right. King Crew says, I need to know if Dave can actually count to 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next question.
Can you count to 21 without dropping your trousers?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
Right.
What are we doing
now,
here?
How do we know you didn't have to drop your trousers? I don't want to see that on video, though. Karen does.
Why are you an idiot? Why are you dumb?
All right. Did you find
the truth is staring you right in the face, and you just choose to ignore it.
Did you find the definition for vacuum yet?
No, I got distracted. People were asking me to count numbers.
Dude, you're the best guest. You're the best. I'm having a lot of fun.
Man. You too. You too, man. The best.
All right. Did you find it yet? Did you?
No, my browser crashed. I don't have it anymore.
Dude. I could read this. King Crew, okay, should I read this?
Let's read some children's books.
Should I read this to him?
That'll be productive. Right, that'll be really productive. Let's do that.
Baby loves gravity. King Crew, thanks for your support, MC Toon. I need to send this to King Crew. Puppy gobbles it up. Slurp? Oh, and why does the noodle fall? Because of gravity. Look at that. Oh, it's so cute. All right. I hope you're Googling. You're Googling your vacuum. Everything is made of matter. The amount of matter is called mass. Less mass.
I'm not Googling
more mass. The Earth. Lots more mass. All right. Mass makes two objects pull together. This pull is called gravity. Weak pull between puppy and boy. The Earth has a lot of mass, so it has a strong pull. Strong pull. This is good. We're learning. When baby drops something, the Earth pulls it down. Baby likes to test things. Puppy likes to help. Slurp. Gravity is everywhere. Moon, less mass. Earth, more mass. It makes the moon go around and the Earth go around the sun. The sun, lots more mass.
Yeah, that is currently not what gravity is.
Gravity is even at the park. Baby climbs up and gravity helps him down. Whee! Baby loves gravity. There it is. Baby's book on gravity. All right, King Crew. I'll be in Florida. I don't know. Pensacola is about as far as you can get from Miami. So I'll probably have to ship it. Okay, so there it is. Did you find the definition of vacuum yet?
No, I'm not looking for it.
But all right, I'll give you this.
So many hundred
vacuum,
years out of date.
When we're talking about from here, hold on. From here to 100 kilometers that way, a vacuum is less pressure. That's it, less pressure. That's all it means. The vacuum of space is less pressure than here. And you can verify that on your phone. Oh, yeah, it's mass attracting mass. You can verify less pressure on your phone for free.
That's not
if you have a smartphone, you can measure pressure. I have the app here called Barometer. And right there, you can measure the air pressure. So down here, if you move it down here, I'll get it on screen here. And we've got right there, we've got pressure, 14.2000 PSI. Right there. Now I'm going to move it up here, 14.1997, 1996, 1995. So right there, my phone, the barometer in my phone is sensitive enough to measure the difference in pressure between here and here. So in relation between here and here, there is a vacuum here. Right here is a vacuum compared to here. Did you know that? That's what vacuum is. Less pressure. Do you know what pressure is?
Sorry, pressure, like gas pressure. Yeah, I know.
Atmospheric pressure. What is atmospheric pressure?
You're assuming it's a sphere. You can't do that. That's a fallacy.
I measured that it's a sphere, so I already know that it's a sphere. I personally measured it to be a sphere. So it's not a fallacy. It's based on my personal experience. So I get to do that. So
you were wrong.
When I say atmospheric pressure, I get to say that because I personally measured it to be a sphere. Now, what is atmospheric pressure?
I'm not going to answer that question because you can't assume it's a sphere.
It's the weight of the air pressing down on the entirety of the surface of the earth. There you go. All right. Mr. QTube First Time Fast says he presents more evidence when he doesn't talk.
Pressing down the weight of the air?
Yes.
Gas go down, go boom, boom. Yeah. Yep, there's a pair. Yep, there's a pair. Why are clouds up in there? What makes clouds go down? What makes steam go down? Huh? Steam go down?
Steam goes up because
steam goes up. Steam goes up, yeah.
Do you know because of gravity? You didn't know that?
Steam has mass?
Yes, it does.
Oh yeah. Why does it go up?
Steam has mass. Because it has less mass than the air. You didn't know that? Something has to win. When you're in a fluid environment, whichever has more mass wins. It's a competition to see which one gets pulled down by gravity harder. So something with more mass, go down hard. Little mass, go down soft. More mass win. Little mass lose. They stack like this. See, that's how it works. It's not really that hard. So yes, Sir Little Wolf, Oakley is his Papa Flurf. So people, the Flurf wiki that we will be editing later, I'm hoping there's already an entry for the people watching. So then we can go edit it. So,
all right. So if we agree that when you drop a thing, it falls, falling is gravity. Okay, falling is gravity. We agree on that.
No. Falling is not big due things to gravity.
Other things.
Yeah, mass attracts mass. That's incorrect. Mass attracts mass. What?
That's incorrect.
You're telling me about the globe. I'm sorry, you don't know about the globe. I do. You're the one that's supposed to know about flat Earth.
Like it's simple. It doesn't have to be hard. It's simple.
So far, you've presented nothing. Listen. You've presented exactly nothing so far. Could you just maybe find some evidence? Of course not. You would be the first, and in almost 4 years of live debates on every Tuesday, not one Flurf has yet presented evidence.
It's not even a faith thing. Like, it's facts. The facts are out there. Just listen to the right people.
All you have done is make claims. That is a faith-based position. If you actually had facts, you would be excited to present them. So far, you have been completely resistant to present anything at all. But let me just for reference, because I know that you.
I know what's true. I know the truth.
Yeah, you are parroting Oakley. So when it comes to gravity, you were parroting him.
That guy's a professional. Thanks for plugging.
Professional balls in his mouth guy. Yes. All right. So let's read a little bit by Einstein, because your claim will be that gravity isn't the state of the art, which of course it is. But this is from Einstein. He says, no one must think that Newton's great creation can be overthrown in any real sense by this being relativity, or any other theory. His clear and wide ideas will forever retain their significance as the foundation on which our modern conceptions of physics have been built. That's Einstein himself that said that. So Einstein agrees that Newtonian gravity is correct. Not only that, but you can take general relativity, the 10 field equations. That's not what you're saying. Yes, it is. It's on the screen right here. Read it. No one must think that Newton's great creation can be overthrown by this or any other theory. His clear and wide ideas will forever retain their significance as the foundation on which our modern concepts of physics have been built.
Concepts. You can't argue concepts.
Sorry, that's just a straw man there. Anyway, so here's Einstein's field equations reduced to Newtonian gravity. How many field equations are there?
What did you say to my say? That you can't argue concepts. Well, you can't argue concepts.
How many field equations? Of course you can. How many field equations are there?
You can't argue concepts, everyone.
How many field equations are there? You're the one that was trying to school me on what was the modern view of gravity. So you tell me, how many field equations are there?
Look, I know that you just...
How many field equations? You wanted to school me. You wanted to school me on how gravity is, on the state of the art of modern gravity. You were the one that wanted to school me. How many field equations are there?
You'll always spew some
How many field equations are there?
And it'll be like,
how many field equations are there?
You'll always believe it to be true.
How many field equations are there?
How much longer are you going to hold on to the lie?
Tell me, how many? You're the one that wanted to school me on the current
I don't want you to
view of gravity. You don't know.
I want you to understand the truth, brother.
Clearly, the answer is 10. It's actually 16 because it's a matrix of 4x4, but 6 of them are overlapping.
Just accept the truth
of the others. So there's only 10 unique field equations. Now here is 4 different citations showing how Einstein's field equations reduced to Newtonian gravity in our reference frame. 4 of them, 4 different times, showing that Einstein's field equations equals Newtonian gravity in our reference frame. So you don't get to tell me how gravity is and what the state of the art is today for gravity, because right here, these 4 citations show that Einstein's 10 field equations reduced to Newtonian gravity for our reference frame. So don't you try to school me. Now, here's the problem for you.
What are you believing in it for?
Here's the problem for flat earthers. You don't have an explanation for the downward 9.8 meters per second squared acceleration. You don't. You have absolutely nothing. I've had a challenge out for 4 years for $10,000 to beat gravity at its own game, to explain the downward acceleration, the magnitude of it on different parts of the earth, because it varies all over the earth. All you need to do is show how whatever it is that you think replaces gravity predicts the downward acceleration magnitude. That's it. None for 4 years. None. You know why?
Why do you believe in this jargon so much?
Because it's a lie. It's not jargon. It's empirically measured.
Now, always have something to say about it.
Empirically measured. You don't like empirical measurements. You have exactly no empirical measurements.
I like absolute truth. I like absolute certainty.
That's
what
claim.
I like.
So here we have absolute how celestial navigation is done. Now, you brought up celestial navigation because you're an Oakley parrot. You think you understand celestial navigation. You don't. You can't do celestial navigation. I can.
You know the answer. You know it. The
answer is,
and you're choosing to deny
there's no triangle here.
Yeah. No, you've heard it before.
There's no. No.
That's what I know. You've heard it before, and you know it.
If somebody gives me 3 star angle measurements,
and you're choosing to deny it,
I will get their position fixed.
You're choosing to ignore it.
If I give Nathan Oakley or
know that it's
or
your
10th
choice.
Man,
it's your choice.
3 star angle measurements, they won't have a clue how to do it.
Anyone else. It's your choice.
It's based on empirical measurements. You have exactly nothing. This has been the biggest embarrassment for you in your life.
The answer, buddy.
It's probably best that you haven't put your face on screen, because you will be coming to me later saying, please take it.
I can't believe it's taken 5 years for you, dude. It's been 5 years, man.
So
come on, get with it or get with it, dude.
Reaper 22 actual. I'll read it again. Since Flurf showed up to a battle of wits unarmed. You are a liar, absolutely. All you, because you have
taking
no
your
evidence.
Money, people.
They're
robbing from you.
Almost 2 hours refusing doing everything you can to avoid presenting evidence.
Stand up.
All right,
done with this nonsense.
Cody Payne. Cody Payne says for $5, give me evidence for gravity. 5 seconds later, oh, so you're just gonna muddy the waters with all this evidence for gravity? So dishonest, absolutely dishonest. Correct. I'm amazed every week at how dishonest the Flurfkin are. But I after this long, you should be used to it. But it's still like the amount of times that they talk about truth and never can actually present anything. It's amazing. All right. Colopsych says, damn, I'm trying to calmly fall asleep to the sound of slaughter, and you sneak in that lengthometer. Just not fair.
You claim to know religion. That means you know the answer. That means you know
yes, the answer is the earth is a globe.
No,
all right.
man, that's not the answer, dude.
All right.
You
Eddie
know the
Reese
answer.
says,
it's in you.
Balk!
It's within
NASA
you.
lies. Balk!
Yeah.
That's absolutely it.
We're talking about the truth.
Religious claims. All right.
This is the truth, my dude.
GLTF. You know what GLTF stands for?
Do you know what the contract is for the truth?
Do you know what GLTF stands for? It means gotta lie to Flurf. All right. I ended the poll on whether or not you're a Poe. 51%. Dude, 51% think you're a Poe. Oh my goodness. 51% think you're a Poe. Callie Smith. Callie Smith says, Flurf,
51.
Show me the evidence. Toon shows evidence. Flurf, stop showing evidence. It means nothing because you have no evidence.
Dude, we're talking about the truth now. How about we talk about the truth? You want to talk about the truth?
Just waiting for you to present evidence. Just waiting for you to present it. All right.
I used to claim
Colopsych says, in your heart of hearts, you know NASA lies. Absolutely. I agree, you know nothing.
Right foot in front of my left foot.
I agree, you know nothing. Callie Smith says, can you show me on the doll where NASA hurt you?
NASA has no power. Why are we giving NASA all this power?
Look how many people answered the poll. 333 people answered the poll. But you haven't yet provided evidence. So we're just going to have to stick with the evidence that I presented, which means the Earth is a globe. You have nothing. Manny Karen says, ask him what was Eratosthenes' job at NASA? Oh, that's a good one. Hey, what was Eratosthenes' job at NASA?
Yeah, you know that like Walt Disney and
all right, nothing.
He
deflection, instant deflection. Now, so basically, he's parroting a meme that he saw now on Facebook, which wasn't true. He didn't do his own research. All right, Earth is Life says, have you actually gone out and tried to see the effects of curvature over water, or have you just blindly believed what other flat earthers have told you?
Well, what's his gravestone say?
Oh my goodness!
Father of NASA.
It says the sky declares its glory. All right, I'll take that as a no. I'll take that as a no. You have not actually done anything outside. You've only believed whether it says the sky declares God's glory. What about it?
That's part of it. There's more to it.
What about it?
Say the rest of it.
It says the important part, the part that you want me to say, says the sky declares his glory.
Say the whole thing, man.
It says the sky. I don't have it memorized. I'm sorry. Just that one part there. So, all right. So he can't. He clearly has never tested the effects of curvature over water. He's only trusting what other flurfs have said. The Gym Taker says he's too ignorant to be a Poe. I agree. This level of ignorance is hard to beat. Cindy Sue says 3 questions. 1,
Do I sound ignorant?
when? Yes, absolutely. When was Sir Isaac Newton alive? Question for you. When was Sir Isaac Newton alive?
Execution bill on that stuff.
No idea. 2, what is he most famous for? 3, where was NASA during this time? Well, I'll give you the answers for them. When was Sir Isaac Newton alive? The 1600s. What was he most famous for? The Principia. I think he typically gets most evidence for, or most credit for gravity. But I don't know. In the field of science, and people might talk about more things than that. Anyway, and number 3, where was NASA during this time? Didn't exist yet. Weird, amazing. It has nothing to do with NASA. Nah. Matt Patak says, building a deck, does it look flat or measure it? Just no measurements. Flurfs don't use measurement devices. They just look at things because their eyes are better than measurement devices, right? Are your eyes better than measurement devices? He always goes silent. He has a chance. He clams up then. Just a messenger says,
you told me no.
does he have to Google what a kilometer is up? What a kilometer or up is? How many meters in a kilometer? Do you know? How many sheep units in a kilo sheep unit? That's a good one. The answer is the same on both, 1,000. All right, Callie Smith says, replacement for gravity, vacuums under the surface.
Can I ask you a question about a question? How about that one? Can I ask you a question about a question?
Okay, this will be great. Go ahead.
All right. So if you had one question that you don't know the answer to, but someone could give you that answer, what would that question be?
Why are flirps so ignorant?
That's what you want to know? Out of everything in the whole world, that's what you want to know?
I don't know. What's your answer? Nothing? All right.
I'll put it on you, man.
King Cruz says, I want my book. Dang it. I gotta do it. I gotta send a full can of Tab to Switzerland too. This time of year, that might be tough. Mr. Q2 first name fast says that baby book is beyond a flat earther's educational level. I was surprised that book got it.
There's a truth out there and you're missing it, man.
Pretty solid.
You're missing the truth, dude.
Turing Test 2 for £5 says, hey Dave, like I said at the outset, we'd rather laugh with you than at you. You went for option 2. It's been a hoot. I appreciate it, Dave. It has been. But I mean, you had a long time to prepare and man, nothing. Holy Small says MC Toon debunked the dome live on stream. Different pressure without containment. Absolutely. Different pressure without containment. I showed you live on screen by changing the height of my phone that there's a different differential in pressure between these two. And that's all. That is exactly the claim for the globe, that at the ground is high pressure and up high is low pressure. That's it. So can you have a differential of pressure without physical containment? Absolutely. I showed it live on screen. Take that to Oakley.
You can't have pressure without containment.
I just showed it to you. On screen, I literally showed it to you.
You're wrong, dude.
I literally showed it to you. Your denialism has no power over me.
You have power over you. Only you have the power to silence yourself.
It's over.
You won't let yourself.
It's over, Anakin. I have the high ground.
It sucks, man. You can do it. It's within you. It's
Mighty Matt TM says,
have it within us.
Ask him if he likes green peppers. Hey,
it's for everyone.
Do you like green peppers?
The answer is for everyone.
Do you like green peppers?
The truth is for everyone.
He can't even answer.
It's simple.
Can't answer. Too bad. All right. The Jim Tanker says, Joe Dirt. Well, might as well ask, why is tree good?
No, I don't have.
Why is the sunset good? Why are boobs good? Yeah. Why are boobs good? Yeah. Hey, why doesn't it get hotter as you go up if the sun is small and local? Nothing? All right. Never has anything.
Once you get to that right direction.
He never has anything. Todd Burt, message. It's simple. He's a professional simpleton.
Synchronicity with me.
A professional simpleton. Smurfly.
It's so simple.
Indie Tiger Sci-Fi Review says, having navigated ships in the U.S. Navy, meaning I'm an expert as Dave requested, I can say, Dave, you are wrong about celestial navigation. Now, Dave, are you aware that I have also a $10,000 challenge on celestial navigation? All you need to do is show the process for doing celestial navigation on flat Earth. It's next month. It's a year.
And you're going to lose your $10,000, man. Don't do that.
I'm 11 months in, and nobody has presented.
Oh, you're going to lose it.
Oh, go right ahead,
Because
please.
you can always say, no, that's not true. This is
no.
You can always
I
say
have
words,
clear, objectively measurable criteria.
Yeah, of course, you can always say, I don't
Clear.
accept the truth.
No.
So technically, you'll
Clear,
keep your money.
objectively measurable criteria.
Yeah, you'll always keep your money.
Here are 3 star angle measurements. You present the process. If that process gets the position, you win. Very clear, super easy to measure. And a third party will evaluate it if somebody disagrees with my assessment of it. In fact, I have the money already in escrow with somebody else, and the contract I have with him states that if it does go to third party arbitration, that he must comply with the third party's decision, not with my words, releasing him from any liability if he pays the person that the third party arbitration panel says to pay. So I can't even sue him if he disagrees with me. I have given away that right.
If it's a proper debate, you're going to lose your money, man.
Go right ahead.
Do you have $10,000?
It's in escrow already.
That's awesome.
It's in somebody else's hand.
Who wants to go claim it?
So far,
go claim it.
Nobody yet. Extra J says, wait, what did he say about seeing too far?
Yeah, they used to remember Bill Nye used to tell us in those stupid science videos, like the boats go over the horizon and then it falls over and whatever. Like we now have the technology to bring up a zoom camera and then look at that object, call it a boat, whatever, and bring it right back into frame, right? And then it goes out. It appears to drop. It appears to, because that's words that you guys like to use. Appears to, and then switch to the next one, bring it right back into frame. Right?
Never happened.
Go out again. It'll keep going out. Switch to the next optic and bring it right back into frame.
It's never happened once. Never once. Yeah. I keep asking every time somebody brings it up, send me the video. They never have it. Can you send me the video? You got it? Share it right now. You can share your screen. Go ahead.
The videos are all out there. You can
I've looked.
And they're easy
I've
to
looked.
find.
I've looked and looked and
you
looked.
You can do
Can't
it yourself. You have the camera.
I know. And when I go to Florida, I'm gonna reproduce it. But I've never seen it once. I've been in debates over and over and over, and I say send it, like, oh, I'll send it after the debate, and then they don't.
You've been looking into this for 5 years and you haven't seen
Not one person has ever shown a boat being obstructed bottom up by the horizon and then zoom bringing it back in. Never.
And you have the camera
once.
And you haven't done it yourself. And you actually have the camera.
Yeah, it's never happened. So I'm anxious to do it. Of course, I'm not yet in Florida. I live in Minnesota, as far away as you can get from the ocean as possible. So when I get there, I will do my best to find a ship that gets obstructed bottom up when it's at partial zoom, and then I'll zoom it in to see if it brings it back. But your claim has never once been substantiated. Your claim has never once been substantiated. That's a lie. And GLTF. There's a shirt. There's GLTF.
I'm welcoming you. I'm welcoming you to.
Well, but you've never shown it though.
Go do it. Go do it, and then I'll welcome you to.
Output Coupler says logic, reason, love, respect.
You haven't even done it yet.
Gotta lie to Flurf.
You haven't even done it yet.
You made the claim. Hold on. Hold on. Let me get it back here.
Done it yet.
You made the claim.
Now you have gotten to where you were just basically diverting the burden of proof. You're shifting the burden of proof.
Thanks, Austin. Oh, Austin's awesome. He's one of the best flat earth debunkers around. Do you know Austin? Dave?
He's saying I haven't done it yet, but you have the camera. You're the one that can do it.
Yeah, but you made the claim, not me. You made the claim.
My claim is you have the damn camera.
No, but you made the claim. And so since you made the claim,
you make a positive claim of specificity and the burden of proof of specificity.
There it is. Nobody's ever done it. It's never once happened. I'm just borrowing that camera from a different flat earther.
So you can
from Joe Hill. Joe Hill and I went and met.
And you can see videos. You can look up these videos.
Oh, go ahead, send it.
Look, and then they switch off.
Send it. I'll play it. I'll play it.
Dude,
go ahead, send it.
Basic, man. This is basic.
Send it to me. I'll play it. Send it. I'll play it. You send me that video. I'll play it right now. You will be the first one to substantiate that claim. Go ahead. Let's see it. Do you have it? Where the ship is obstructed bottom up at the hull, midships. The top. Just
I'm
the
pulling
tip.
it up. Give me a second.
Just the tip, and then just the tip even is gone, and then you zoom more and whoop, brings it right back. Never once has happened. You think it's happened because you were told that it happened, but you've never seen it happen. You believed the lie. The lie is strong. You are easily deceived. Gridhog says, more productive to whiz into the wind over the edge of flat Earth. Dave, if the Earth did have an edge, if it were a disk floating in space, would you take a trip to the edge so that you could whiz over the edge? Come on, Dave. You would. I know you would. I think I'll ask that poll. How about that? Of course, not everybody is equipped. Oop, I misspelled it. Hold on. I put an H in there. Hold on. And I didn't even make it a poll. All right, here we go. There it is. Would you whiz over the edge, people? So, all right, he's looking for that video that doesn't exist.
I have it pulled up, but if you just type in boat zoom optics and click on that first video in YouTube, anybody can look it up.
All right, so the boat. All right, let's verify. The boat is going to be obstructed bottom up by the horizon, and then it's going to be zoomed back in after it's been obstructed bottom up.
It'll appear to.
No. I want to be sure that I understand. You're saying it's going to be obstructed bottom up, so part of the hull will be obstructed. Half of the ship will be obstructed, everything but just the tip will be obstructed, and then everything will be obstructed, and then zoom, and it'll come back in, right?
Like I said, it'll appear to, and then you change the optics, and you bring it right back.
All right, what's it called? Boat optics?
Just go boat zoom optics.
Boat zoom optics. All right, zooming in on ships, right there. Nate Edwards videos. The first link. All right, hold on. I gotta put it on screen. I gotta put it on screen for everybody to see. All right. There it is. Zooming in on ships and boats. Is this the one that's going to show us the boat being obstructed bottom up and then unobstructed with zoom? Are you going to be the one? Are you the Neo? All right, let's see here. There it is. All right, so that boat is zoomed out. It's still obstructed the same amount as when it was zoomed in.
There you go, right there.
Yeah, right there. So look, you can see that boat is partially obstructed right now. It's zoomed in and it's partially obstructed, right? I just want to get your confirmation. I want to hear you say that boat is partially obstructed. Hello?
Yeah, okay.
Yes, what? Yeah, okay, what?
I'm not muted. Yeah, I see it. No. Go back it up a little bit where he was
This is the beginning. This is the beginning.
Yeah. Perfect. Right there.
Right there.
Yeah.
So is this boat partially obstructed?
Back it up from where his eyesight is.
This is backed up all the way. The previous frame is his text on the screen. I can't back it up any farther.
I just saw one standing on the beach.
Okay. Hello. I've backed it up all the way at your request. This is, if I back it up any farther. All right. There you go. I backed it up all the way. There you go. Okay. Do you want me to back it up any farther than this?
I just want to see the one where he's standing on the beach.
Do you want me to back it up farther, or do you want me to play?
I saw an image where he was standing on the beach.
All right, I'll back it up farther. Here we go. Backed it up farther, still text on the screen. Do you want me to back it up farther or press play?
Is there an image where he's standing on the beach? Because I saw it.
I don't know. Do you want me to back it up? I'll back it up farther. I'll back it up all the way to the beginning. There we are. 0 seconds into the video. I cannot back it up any farther. It is starting with the black screen. And now here we are fading in. All right. We're 1 second into the video. We faded into text. All right. We are 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There it is.
Okay.
Oh, crud. I clicked the wrong thing. All right, hold on. We got to start again at 10 seconds.
We all make mistakes.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There it is. There's the very beginning of the video. You can see right there the ship. Do you see that ship is obstructed partially? Do you agree?
I see it. Yeah, I see it.
Is it yes or no? Do you agree that this ship is partially obstructed?
My dude, I just said I see it.
You see the ship, yes, but you did not yet agree or disagree that the ship is partially obstructed.
Partially obstructed.
Thank you for that. That wasn't that hard. All right, so here we go. He zoomed out a little. The same quantity of ship is still obstructed. Do you see that?
I see that.
Yes, you agree that the same quantity of the ship is obstructed.
I see that.
Even though it's zoomed out, no modification in the quantity of obstruction has happened, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's zoom out a little more. All right, there it is. We're at 14 seconds. Do you see that ship is still obstructed the same amount?
I see that.
Okay, here we go. A little farther. Do you see that ship is still obstructed the same amount?
Looks a little more than me to me.
It looks to me like the same amount of obstruction. You can even see that little, I'll show you. There's that little nub sticking out. I'll back it up. We're at 15 seconds there. I'll go to right there at 11. Do you see that left side there? There's a little thing behind it, behind the ship.
Yeah, it looks more obstructed now.
All right. More obstructed when it's zoomed in. You need glasses. I have a spare pair I could send you.
Now it's blurry.
Right. Do you see that there is a little nub sticking out behind it? Do you see that? You can also see the tugboat. It looks like a tugboat in front of it. Do you see that?
That's not. The video sucks.
All right, so let's hit play here. Now, do you see behind it there's still that little nub to the left side of the ship? Do you see that that's still there? Whatever that is, we still see it, right? Let's go a little farther. You can still see that little nub to the left side. Do you see that still? I still see that. Right, let's go a little farther. That little nub, while that little nub is hard to see, it's only just a few pixels big, it's still there. I can zoom in the actual video. And we can see at, where are we at? 200 and something. We can still see that nub. Now, you can't see the cursor on my screen, but we can see that nub to the left side of the ship. Let's see if I can make it a little bigger here. Now I'm zooming, but just making it bigger. It only gets so big in YouTube. So there it is. So far in this significant quantity of change of zoom, the amount of obstruction has not actually changed. See that? Isn't that something? It is something. Okay, I'll leave it at 150%. Let's see if we can do it. All right, I'll hit play. We'll go a little farther. All right, so now the part behind the boat is too small to see, but the rest of the boat is still there, and you can see the tugboat in front of it. You still see that? He's still there. Hello? Still there.
Hello, keep going. I see it. Keep going.
Okay, I just want to make sure that you still see the tugboat in front of it, and that the big ship there is still obstructed the same amount. You see that? Same amount of obstruction. Do you see that? We have zoomed out and we still see the same amount of obstruction. Do you see that? Yes or no? Waiting for your answer.
Yeah. There's tons of videos of these out there.
Okay, well, this is your evidence. This is your evidence. This is at your request. I'm playing this. And so far, we're seeing that the same quantity of obstruction, regardless of the zoom level. Okay, so let's zoom out a little farther. Now, what we're seeing is still the same amount of obstruction, but it's very small. Now, you see these rocks? These rocks, they are close. But compared to that ship, these rocks are small, right? These rocks are small. But that ship is far away. You got that? All right, let's go. Should we go a little farther? Or did you want a different video or something? All right, well, there you go. Zoomed all the way out, and here we still see the ship. Same quantity. All right, this is your evidence. Is there anything else that you want, or do you want me to keep playing?
I don't know. I've seen these videos before, and I'm looking for them, and I don't know where they are, but they're out there.
Dave, do you know how many times I've gone through this exact same sequence?
Like big container ships. They're container ships, and they hold on one zoom, and they go out as far as they can go, and then they switch it to the next zoom, and it comes right back into focus. I've seen them. They're out there. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that
Dave, do you know how many times I've done this live? I lost count. The number of times that a flat earther has made that exact same claim and never been able to present the evidence for it. Yeah, I lost count.
Something so simple
and
has been avoided.
Every time I get the same thing, and I don't, maybe you'll do the same thing. They say, I'll send it to you after. I know it's there. I'll send it after. You know how many times I've gotten that link after? 0. They've never sent it. Because when they actually look at it, they're like, oh crap. That video that I thought I watched, that's not the one. That didn't actually show the obstruction modifying with Zoom. You were lied to and you believed it. That's what happened. Cretan Bull says, for $5, I voted Poe because I couldn't believe that anyone could be this stupid. He's convinced me, though. I'm changing. We may have to do another poll on Poe or not Poe.
Why do I have to be stupid, though? Like, I'm searching for...
You don't have to be stupid. You could choose to not be stupid, but that's the choice you've made.
Same for you, buddy. Same for you, buddy.
It's the choice you've made. Ben Hova says, stop hitting him. He's already dead. I'm sorry, man. It won't leave bruising. I promise. I don't think. Mighty Matt TM says, what weed is he smoking and where can I get some? So can we, Mighty Matt, I'll send you his email address after and he can hook you up with this dealer. How about that? You good with that? Dave? Dave's not here, man. Webb says, no way this guy knows what third-party arbitrations mean. Please ask him. All right. What's a third-party arbitration? What's a third-party arbitration? Dave.
Yeah, say it. What is a third-party arbitration? Say it. Say it.
You are right, Webb. Callie Smith says, this must be a blackout bingo round. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I totally forgot. Hold on a second. I apologize, Dave. I totally forgot. Gee. Hold on. People. Just a second. I gotta grab it. All right. No, that's not it. That's not it. Hold on. Do you have a pillow with this map on it, by the way? If you don't, you can get one in my store. Just Google MC Tune Teespring, and you can get this on a pillow or a blanket, so that you can hug it while you go to sleep at night. Okay, I got it right here. So, all right, Dave. I should have been keeping up on this. All right. Let's see. Now, you know what? I don't think we're going to get that. I don't think we're going to get everything, but we've got, incredulity for sure. We got that. Oh, yeah, that. We've got dismissing evidence outright. You got poorly done flat earth experiments. You got demanding proof. You got moon landing fake. You got, let's see, claims without evidence. You got pressure without container. Compression. YouTube only has evidence. Yep, you got that. Oh, yep. That one. Ooh. We're close. And all right, new name. All right. So what makes things go down, Dave? What makes things fall down? I hear accelerate down, actually. Anything? Just go ahead.
I don't know. I'm upset because I've seen plenty of these videos and
it's all right, Dave. It's not, you're not the first one. You're not the first one live in a debate to be in this.
Hiding from us? It's stupid.
Because that's not the truth.
I've seen these videos.
But no, not yet, Callie Smith. Not yet. Not a blackout yet. All right, we've got Design Song wants his Flurf reduced to begging Toon to just adopt his position. Epic. That's about it. All right, I'm trying to get through these for you, buddy. Tim Tully says that boy ain't got the wisdom the good Lord gave to a back molar. I'll read that again. That boy ain't got the wisdom the good Lord gave to a back molar. There it is. Todd Burt says Flurfdom is a Ponzi scheme where you need to keep bringing in new dumb to pay back the dumb further up. Oh, that is it. That's it. And with, with 8 billion people, the bottom 0.0001% is still millions. Their target market is millions. So, all right. Let me make sure. Because in that listing that I was looking at doesn't show member chats. So I'm going to make sure I got that. Got that. YouTube's super chat interface is terrible. PhD Tony says, did I miss the crushing flat earth victory? You did not. That has, as of yet, been just a guy making claims without any evidence at all. And he didn't even try until just now. He tried to claim that boats are brought back into Zoom when you are back into view when you increase more Zoom.
The flat Earth calculator, you would still deny it. Like it wouldn't even matter, even if you
the flat Earth calculator.
You would still deny it. Yeah,
there's no what flat Earth calculator.
I mean, round Earth or like curvature calculator, Earth curve calculator.
Of course, I understand it. I can do the math of it myself. I could even do the math without you being involved.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You would still deny it, and you would still deny it.
Say that again. Go ahead.
I believe it's 1.2 times the observer's height in feet, or the square.
Neglecting refraction. Yes, neglecting refraction. And where did that come from? Where did Oakley get that from?
It's been calculated out. I mean,
that's but where's Oakley's source?
It's not Oakley's. It's just like it's.
Yeah, but where is Oakley's source for that particular number?
It's from the claim of the radius.
But where did Oakley get this? See, I know better than you where Oakley got that from. I know you better than you know your own position. That's what's silly about this. Oakley got it from Quantum Eraser. Quantum Eraser got it from
the subject matter expert, Andrew Thomas Young, our favorite guy.
That's right, Andrew Thomas Young. If you Google Andrew Thomas Young, distance to the horizon, you will find that number. Let's do it right now together. Are you ready? Andrew Thomas Young. That's off screen for you.
Let's go with the numbers, though. Are the numbers correct? Let's give you if the numbers are correct.
I'll go over them. Absolutely. Distance to the horizon. So here it is. Distance to the horizon. Here it is. This page is where Quantum Eraser got it from. Distance, you see that? Distance to the horizon right there. Now, do you see this little subheading here that says no refraction? You see that part?
Yeah, no refraction.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now you see right here, refraction considered simply. Do you see that part? Okay. So right here, about 1.23 times the square root of the eye height in feet. Do you see that?
Yeah, and we don't see
that.
that
is where he got it from. The reason why you don't see that is because that's from the no refraction portion. But nowhere is there no refraction. There is always refraction, especially over water. So you need to keep reading. So when you keep reading, you find out, oh, refraction considered simply. So in simple conditions, if you know the conditions well, you can get the distance to the horizon using this method.
Refraction. You have to say refraction.
Of course you do, because it's part of the model.
And it seems
refraction exists. These glasses rely on refraction working. There is refraction in the air that is empirically measured. I have a couple hundred measurements on my website linked at mctoon.net/refraction.
There's nothing empirically about it appears to be.
So I'm sorry. Denial is not refutation. Empirical measurements say that there is refraction in the air. So if you don't like it, that's fine. It's on you. You have the burden then to provide the evidence to the contrary. I have provided the citation, mctoon.net/refraction, so you can, at your leisure, go there, discover the empirical measurements of refraction that have happened that you didn't do your homework on, to find out that it actually exists in the air. So when you do consider it simply, you might have to use a coefficient of refraction of 0.167. which is right here, this 1/7, that you might do that. That might be one way, but over water after a hot day, it's definitely not the right number. You might be better at 0.5 or 0.7. So now the problem is that you're thinking,
swan. I believe it's called the black swan.
Yeah, and in the black swan, you see variable gradients, don't you? Do you see variable gradients in the black swan, or do you see no refraction in the black swan? Which one? Which one do you see in the black swan? No refraction or variable gradients?
All the words, man. You got
which
all
one?
The words
No, these are empirical measurements. These are based on empirical measurements. You only have words.
They're not, though.
You have not. You don't have any empirical measurements. None. All you have is unsubstantiated claims.
I said you're right. I'm not a professional, but the answers are out there.
Yes, right here. Andrew Thomas Young,
you're denying yourself.
Distance to the horizon, right there. Right there. Yeah. Andrew Thomas Young. Now, you didn't do your homework and read the citation that Oakley uses like I did.
For 5 years.
So why didn't you do that? You could have done that. I mean, you could have chosen to actually inform or educate yourself and become up to date on this particular thing.
You know the answer. That's what
I do know the answer. It's right on the screen there. I do know the answer. Absolutely. You're right. I do. And that's why I'm pointing it out to you. And that's why it's so ridiculous that you think you know better than me when you don't. Right? I don't want to just.
I don't know better than you. I just know different things than you.
No, you don't actually know the things about your position that I know about your position.
Yeah, but I know the truth.
So right here, this is, and then let me remind you, this is, Oakley got this from Quantum Eraser, who got it from?
Andrew Thomas Young, San Diego State University, Astronomy Department.
There it is.
A subject matter expert.
There you Thank you, John. SDSU.edu, that's where it came from, the Astronomy Department. So this is variable gradient. So you're the one that brought up the math, the 1.225 times the square root of the observer's height in feet. You're the one that brought it up. You brought up the neglecting refraction version of it.
So there's certain experts that are saying one thing, and then there's certain other experts that are saying another thing. That
which experts claim that there's no refraction? Right? Which experts claim there's no refraction in the air?
There's experts out there that have opposing views.
Who? Name one. Name one.
I don't have the information in front of me. I told you,
You can't name one. That's the problem. But
they're out there though.
No, there's no expert that I've seen that disagrees with refraction like this. But you say there are some, and so then I go back to this one here.
Positive claims have the burden of proof.
So if there are some, then
that tells me that you've truly been looking into this for 5 years, and like it's still.
That's why I so trivially crushed you. That's why I crush you so easily.
The Matrix is pretty wild. You know, it
shows you what you say. So just for reference, when you talk about expert this, expert that, that's an appeal to authority, right? Yeah, I'm not appealing to authority. I'm appealing to evidence. This is based on evidence.
I'm appealing to authority. I'm absolutely appealing to authority. Yeah, there's only one authority.
Me. Thank you very much for that.
That's incorrect.
All right.
Yeah, very much incorrect.
So here we have.
You got the button.
Let's see. Oh,
there's only one authority. Everybody knows that authority.
All right.
Everyone
more productive. Oh my goodness.
We all know it, and you claim to know it. You claim you thought you made the claim that you know it.
What?
So
that I know what?
The authority. The authority. Capital THE. Authority.
Yeah.
The truth. Capital T.
Capital
truth.
I see. So the difference between the Flurf god, that is super weak and can only make
I'm not talking about a Flurf god.
Yeah, the Flurf god is super weak and can only make a snow globe.
Maybe so.
Versus the god that can make a gigantic universe. I'm gonna go with the one that's powerful.
The truth.
You're gonna go with the one that doesn't have a whole lot. Anyway, that's yeah. Oh yeah. So all right. I may have missed just a second. Just
chew on that a little bit. Chew on that.
I may have missed. Yeah, I did.
You can make discoveries when you have the truth.
I did. Yeah, and exactly, and I have. And you've done exactly nothing.
Lives within you. So you can make a lot of discoveries, my friend.
So here is, and just to review,
go anywhere.
This right here.
Start making discoveries.
This is your evidence.
It lives within you.
The zoom is all the way out, and the same quantity of the ship is obstructed, completely falsifying your claim, showing that you
mind exercises.
Said a lie. You made a little lie there, buddy.
Very fun.
Why did you make so many lies? All right, I'm sorry. The member super chats. The member super chats have scrolled off, and then YouTube died. Oh, but I do have Jolene says the Matrix is an allegory about.
YouTube died.
Jolene says, just for reference here. Are you ready for this? Jolene says the Matrix is an allegory about coming out trans. I don't know if that's the case or not. It's the first I've heard of it.
The bots have come in.
Anyway.
Algorithms are messing everything up now.
All right. So here is, just for reference, nasty complications. If the ray curvature exceeds the Earth's ray curvature everywhere below the observer, every horizontal ray in the region bends down to strike the surface at a small angle, then no ray can be tangent to their surface. So there's really no true horizon in the usual sense, only in the top of the duct, which acts as a false horizontal surface that looks like an apparent horizon to all observers. Its dip is positive for observers above the duct and negative for observers within the duct. This case was studied, that means empirical, by Haas in 1960. So there you go. There is empirical measurements that you don't like, but I understand why. All right, we've got Elia Baca says, what's he seen is unresolvable boats without zoom being resolved with it, unrelated to obstruction. Ain't that what zoom cameras are for? It is, yes. And that is their Flurfs don't understand cameras. They don't understand optics. They don't understand. Well, they don't understand a lot. Flurfs don't understand. But in this particular instance, it's about optics and cameras. When something is too small to be resolved, the Rayleigh criterion comes into play, then everything in that vicinity is just averaged into the same color. So PhD Tony says, for the past 400 years, for the past 400 years, we've had professional geodesists whose job is to analyze the evidence related to the shape of the Earth and its gravity field. Catch up with the rest of us, Flurf. That coming from a guy whose job it is to study the Earth and its gravity field. There you go. Eddie Reese says, another flat earther all done and dusted. Good night. Thank you for that.
I study the nature of my reality and all
no,
things
you don't.
around
No,
me.
you don't. PT Tony
Really?
again comes in and says,
Sir,
I
you're a
have
liar.
been studying the Earth's gravitational field, physical properties, and shape full-time for more than 30 years.
You, sir,
Your
are a
guest
liar.
is just wrong.
Uncontested.
Yes, you are wrong, uncontested. Thank you for that.
You
Many
are a
Karen
liar,
says
sir.
all religions,
You are
our holy
lying.
book contains scientific knowledge. Flurfs, our holy book contains absolute nonsense.
That is a absolute lie.
That is many Karen. I don't know. I think that kind of fits.
You made the claim.
All right.
You said
Phoenix
I
Stone
wouldn't do
says
that, man.
how
I wouldn't
much
do that.
Phoenix Stones has
dangerous waters.
Phoenix Stone has a question.
Water?
How much does Nathan Oakley pay you to lie?
The living water. That's what I know.
How much does Nathan Oakley pay you to lie?
I've received nothing from Nathan.
That's good. I'm glad to hear it. He doesn't have enough money to pay you to lie.
How much have you been paid, sir? Sir, how much have you been paid to continue this?
I mean, I've gotten a few super chats here today. YouTube pays me for advertising as well. I have some patrons. I don't make a lot because I set my t-shirt and sweatshirt prices on Teespring to have about $1 to $2 a profit. So last year it was the first time I actually did a payment from Teespring. It was less than 500 for all 4 years that I had been doing it.
Is it just your viewers paying you? Or do you have,
I get
super
chats, advertisements through YouTube, patrons. Okay. I did one advertisement for Atlas VPN. I wasn't a fan. I don't know if I'll do it again. They want me to do more, but I didn't like it. It interrupts the flow of the video, right, people? Anyway, so
maybe.
And then Teespring.
I have 0 subscribers. I don't want any subscribers.
As it should be. That's the correct number for you.
Subscribe.
All right. Well, Phoenix Stone got the last one there. So
I'll tell you who you can subscribe to, though.
The people watching, thank you very much for joining.
You're welcome.
It's been brutal. I did kind of beat that horse to death a little bit, but we got Bendova sends.
You're a dead horse, man.
Bendova says
you don't have to be.
Tune makes tree fitty.
Life is for you. Life is offered to you. You just gotta accept it, dude.
Yeah. This isn't a religion class. This is a science class.
I'm not talking religion, dude. This is people. This is a people thing.
You are talking religion. Anyway, Bendova says Tune makes tree fitty. Gosh damn succubus. PT Tony says, did your guest call me a liar while claiming he is a Christian and truth teller? Indeed he did. And that is the problem with religiflers. They have no problem lying. They have no problem telling people that know way more than them about a topic that they are lying about that particular topic that they have their own expertise in. So PT Tony is an expert after 30 years, without a doubt, in the field of geodesy and Earth's gravitational field. And
I said experts disagree with experts. That's what I said.
What?
Remember that?
You can't name one.
Do I have to name them? We all know that experts disagree with experts.
You absolutely have to name one if you make a claim, because as we've already covered, you made a claim of specificity.
Now you have gotten to where you are just basically diverting the burden of proof. You're shifting the burden of proof.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's see here. The final poll. The final poll is over. Let's see. The results are coming. Here it is. Would you whiz over the edge? Yes, 86%, and no, 13%. Now, the question is, are the no's, are the people saying no?
Yeah.
Are the people saying no? Is it because I'm
going to jump over the edge. She wants to jump over the edge with me. Let's go.
No, whiz over the edge.
Yeah, whiz. Let's jump. Let's float. Let's fly. Let's do whatever we can. Yeah. Let's get over that damn edge. Let's find it.
Let's see. Lead Chemist says, this man is in the corner. Now it's time for him to lose his religion. So
he just said 86%. So what your percentage? 86%. Those are numbers, boy.
Said they would whiz over the edge.
Yeah, let's all go whiz. Let's fly over. Let's run. Let's jump. Let's find that damn edge.
Yeah,
who's with
there
me?
is none. All right. Ableist says, if a flirt calls someone a liar, they should have proof of the lie. Absolutely. All right. Well, Dave.
Everybody wants to find that edge. I want to find it too.
Dave, the people watching.
Why don't you want to find the edge? Let's go find it.
Go ahead. There is no edge, but you go ahead.
All right, man.
All right. Well, thanks a lot. Anything to say after?
Do I sound defeated?
Yeah.
I don't sound defeated to me.
Yeah.
Nah.
Sorry. I did. I was pretty harsh.
It's okay.
I feel kind of bad a little bit.
Yeah, it's all right.
Not really. I don't. It was fun. Thanks a lot, Dave. People, thanks a lot for super chats, for members, for patrons. Because apparently he thinks I get paid from somewhere else. Who do you think pays?
That was a question I was asking.
Who do you think? Just tell me.
I'm not sure. That's what I was asking. That's what people do. They ask questions.
I tell you,
to each other.
If NASA did want to pay me, I would not reject that. But they haven't offered yet. So NASA.
There's other entities, you know. But for 5 years you've been doing this. For 5 years you've been ignoring it.
NASA, my email address is mctoon@mctoon.net. I'll send you my PayPal.
Yeah. The Truth now has venture capital. Check out the GoFundMe.
All right, Dave. Thanks a lot. We'll see y'all later.
It's built on blessings.
Bye, everybody. Dave, it's been great. Thanks, Dave. You've been great. You've been great. We've been Megadeth. Toddbert says people watching is the coyote who has run off the cliff and just realized no matter how fast he keeps pumping his legs, his fall is inevitable. Thank you for that, Toddbert.